these guys today, I came in, and they're like sitting on the couch and stuff, watching videos, and I walk in. What is it? Is it Bullet from a Valentine?
Bullet from a Valentine was playing when you walked in.
I was like, what is going on, guys?
Super fair, by the way.
What is
Super fair.
Valid king. Don't even sweat it. You're good.
and then they just went on this whole rabbit. So I grew up like my music era. I basically started my love for punk rock in '94. So '94 through like high school.
And there was,
I was just
nothing but
strictly punk.
Yeah.
That's all I cared about. And then so I was around, like Limp Bizkit started when I was in high school. Like Korn was huge in high school. Like all those new metal bands are big, and then all the like. What do you call them? I call it for the troops music.
I call it great.
Yes.
Literally,
hard.
Literally.
Headstrong is tight.
And so like all that stuff, I
Trapped Echo is still his favorite song.
I do. Yeah,
It's crazy.
there's a couple in there that, but yeah, I don't
Made
know,
you want to salute, huh? Like you just felt
yeah,
that hand
dude.
coming up.
Mountain Dew shit. I was really into Demon Hunter, which I kind of consider like
Actually,
military
It's
metal.
right there. Yeah, it's right
For
there.
the troops. That was fucking
Yeah.
good. That was dope.
like Three Doors Down is for the troops.
Dude,
chorus.
Puddle of Mud.
Puddle of Mud.
For the troops, dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
I only know them from like infomercials on TV or like adverts for their album. Like when I was a kid, I was like when they used to show advertisements for albums. Like I remember Puddle of Mud and Pennywise and shit.
Dude, there was this weird era where like punk was trying to make its way into like the mainstream shit, and so you'd watch like TRL after school, right?
Yeah.
And there'd be like a Blink-182 song right next to a Britney Spears song, next to like Newfound Glory, and then like Trapped.
Yeah.
It's like the top 5.
I'm gonna keep it
Fucking
real.
crazy.
That shit worked for me, and that's my. That's
You're
like,
like, that's what made me
Yeah.
a person.
that's like straight up, dude.
It worked, dude.
Everything you know about Rigo now is thanks to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
TRL, dude. Please, thank you. I was outside with the signs, you know.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually did. I like that shit, dude.
It's
Dude, it's dope.
cool.
Yeah.
I used to watch that and then the Dance 360 show.
Yeah.
Where they would like call people out of the audience to like dance. They would like
Oh,
battle
that
each
used to
other.
give me
What?
anxiety.
No,
dude.
I
I
was
was like,
so
fuck
into
no.
Yeah, I was so into like battle dancing and shit in like the mid 2000s. Like you got
Did you
served.
dance?
A little bit, yeah. I could pop lock.
No,
you know?
is there footage
Yeah.
of this?
No. I destroyed all that. But
So if I
In the
just
fire.
ripped up some cardboard right now
fire.
and threw it on the ground, would we?
nah, not today.
Dude.
If this wasn't a liquid death, maybe.
Walking Blind is hosted by overly emotional dudes who overthink and overanalyze everything. Nothing the hosts say should be taken as medical advice or opinion. They're not professionals. They're about to make that very clear.
What's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Walking Blind podcast. Podcast where we like to normalize checking on your homies. This is episode 138. I'm Mike. That is also Mike. And we have returning and new guests today. We have our boys from Smoked 909, David and Rigo. Rigo, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
So here we are.
What's up, man?
What up?
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Good to be back.
You were like the first guest here in this studio space, weren't you?
Really?
I think you were.
Oh,
That's
shit.
crazy. Hell yeah. I didn't realize that, but sick.
Where'd you guys do it before?
We did it in the kitchen, well, like the dining room area or whatever.
Damn.
Yeah, and then we moved back here, and I'm pretty sure you were the first like official guest.
I feel like you kind of made it okay for other bands to be like, oh,
to
okay,
say
we'll go
yes
on.
to us.
Yeah.
Yeah? That's wild.
You're the trendsetter.
I didn't realize I had that influence.
They're like, oh, if he could do it, I guess I can hang out with these guys.
I think I saw Jules on the podcast before me, and I was like,
Yeah.
Oh, was it
going on
Jules
a
first?
Oh,
podcast?
maybe it was Jules then. Never mind.
I know.
Take it
Yeah,
back.
we'll take back everything I just said. Maybe it was Jules. But I just remember you being very early on in us bringing guests
Yeah.
in here. Because there was like a whole lot less shit in here last time.
oh,
we
yeah.
were here.
It's sick though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jules' interview was for sure the one that put me on to you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I saw Gabe
Gabe,
after that, too. I was like, all right, I'm going.
Well, here we are.
Yeah.
I went back and I listened to the episodes just kind of make sure we don't say the same things. Whatever.
Yeah.
But there was one thing that I was like, I need to make sure I remember to ask. So we talked about wearing Vans on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still rock Vans on stage?
Yeah, I haven't run into any problems yet.
Okay.
I'm not too active on stage though. I kind of just walk back and forth, you know.
It's the pacing thing.
Yeah, it's just that's all I can do really. I can't. The moment I do anything else, I either stop singing or just like fall. Like I know myself well enough to just like I don't want to push those limits. I'm very very fucking clumsy, so I just pace back and forth, which is cool too. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I
It's just
feel like I'm a pacer as well.
Yeah, you get your steps in.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I haven't done any crazy like stomps or like anything where I was just like, oh fuck, I need to get some insoles or something.
Don't, because it'll hurt your feet.
Yeah.
Especially the older we get, you can't do it.
Gotta upgrade. Gotta get some air support.
Well, I started wearing the Comfy Cush.
Nice.
That's given me new life in Vans because I kind of we parted ways for shows.
Yeah.
But we're back now.
Is that when you were in your Velcro era?
No,
Were
like
those
a
Velcro
Velcro?
Reeboks or were they?
they were Walmart, dude.
What grade was this?
This was grade
19?
this was grade like 28 years old. No.
That's crazy.
Vans are cool, but I feel like the quality is like not always there. Like I used to rock them all the time, but I don't know. Like especially if you are out and about, like you got a good 3 months with them. If you like care about the way your shoes look or anything like that.
Oh yeah. As far as
Here's
getting
the
scuffed
kicker
up.
though. Did you realize that once you started buying your own shoes? Because that's when I realized like how shitty they were. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. I'm also
Spending a lot of money on these.
Yeah, I'm also like addicted to shoes. That's like
Yeah.
that's
This
kind of
guy's
my
shoes.
thing.
Let me see what you got on right now. Yeah, fucking
Nice.
Yeah, like
crispy
I'm a
clean all the time.
I
I'm not
do.
even a sneakerhead.
fiend, sneaker fiend. Like I need it in my ID.
What's been the purchase that you've been the most excited about in the past year?
I got like for like $40 some like Nike Supreme Humara. They're like from 2017.
Nice.
They're like some hiking shoes.
For $40?
$40, yeah. You guys ever heard of Kobe's Swap Meet? It's like it goes on in San Diego, like every Sunday, first Sunday of the month, and his fool's just like cutting real good deals.
Really?
Yeah.
You go
Like-
to San Diego for
Yeah,
dude, real deal.
Dude, the drips wherever it needs to, you know. You know, and I'm following it, so for sure.
I feel like sneakerhead is such like a stereotype person. It's like jock or like
Yeah,
frat
that's-
guy. But
Yeah.
like he's like the coolest sneakerhead I've ever met. It's like their sneakers are cool as fuck too.
I
It's
love
not like,
it.
oh, cool Air Maxes, bro, or whatever. Or like sick fucking Yeezys, or like stepping in the
Yeah.
alien pussies or whatever. It's like, he has like sick ass sneakers. Like they just look cool. I don't know.
Yeah, like I can't stand some of those hype beast shoes, like Travis Scott's, like they suck. Fucking anything that's like super like expensive like that's usually not worth the hype.
It's usually not.
Yeah, it's like the retro shit's cool. Anything that's like made for like general masses, but then has a cool colorway is what you need to go for. Like that's sick.
The one shoe that I like almost went out of pocket for, which doesn't happen very often for me, was the Sean Witherspoons. And I was like,
Yeah.
I really fucking want these shoes.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna do it because I need to pay my mortgage. And ever since then, I'm like, I'm always looking to see if I can find like a good deal. And they've dropped in price, but they're still up there, and I don't want to spend the money on it.
They're
'Cause they'll
super
just
cool.
sit.
Yeah, it has like the 97 upper, 1 bottom,
Yeah.
blended together, yellow, blue colorway.
Dude, they're so
Hard.
clean.
We can just look at each other.
Yeah, I'm just like he said a name. I'm trying to remember what it was, but I definitely know I've never heard it before.
Super sick.
Dude, this guy for a quick second, he was trying to pull me in, and I did. I bought like a couple, like
Yeah.
Air Max.
You bought one, and then you bought like some golf shoes.
No, because I had the white ones. Actually, those were a gift. Harry got me.
Yeah,
those.
Harry got you the white ones.
Then I had the black and white ones, and then I had the raccoon ones, the black and
The
gray.
raccoon ones,
Super
they were
cool.
the Thunder Gray Air Max ones.
Nice.
Yeah.
He like sends me. He's like, dude, these are you.
I've seen those. Do you still have them?
I still have them.
Keep them good, bro. Keep them good.
You've worn them like twice.
Is this like a holographic Charizard?
Not yet. Not
Yeah,
yet.
not yet. But if you don't wear them for the next 10 years, then maybe.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, what's new, boys? What's new?
Same shit. You know, like a lot has changed. Like Smoked has been like slowly getting up there. Like
Slowly,
we're
my
trying
ass.
to.
I know.
Well, I mean, it's been like a full year since the last interview, and like we've kind of just been like plucking along, you know, nothing too crazy, no like super huge like money moves, no huge drops. We did like one drop this year, or like since our last interview, I think. And then that's probably all we're gonna do for like a little bit. But we've just kind of just been plugging along, like I said, staying true, just like doing what we've been doing, taking cool show offers, being like trying to be super selective, which is hard because if I had it up to fucking me, I'd just be playing shows every weekend, just like literally every show. It's like fucking fun. But it's like smart to like take certain shows and like don't play the same area over and over and over again, and it's like play here and then here, and it's just like, all right.
Yeah, you guys been popping up in LA quite a bit too, which is sick.
It's super awesome. Yeah.
Speaking of shoes, yeah, I just fucked mine up at the 1720 show. Like, these are brand new, and the laces are already fucking black because of how fucking sold out that show was. It was fucking awesome. I was getting stepped on left and right. It was so much fun.
Dude, that's sick. How's the reaction been to the new music?
Really good.
Awesome.
Surprisingly good. I was a little nervous putting it out because it's a little bit different. It's not, I'm trying not to do, or for like a couple songs, I was trying not to do as many like, you know, like slam vocals or like death metal shit. Like, I think Refuse doesn't have any like true like gutturals or anything. But the reception's been really, really fucking good. All of our fans who like our old shit still like our new shit too, and also we're kind of like catching the ear of like some other people who are like, well, the whole point of like going that direction was trying not to box ourselves in. We were like, if we want to do something more than just like meme slammy type shit, then we should like get it off our chest now, you know, before people are like, oh, that's the band they are. And you know, it's fucking paid off. We're super proud of it. Other people seem to fuck with it, and they acknowledge it too. They're like, it's a little different, but we still think it's fucking cool.
I mean, I fuck with it for sure, but
hell yeah.
I was just curious if you had people that are like, oh, you're just not as heavy as it was, or
not to our faces, not yet.
So far we're good. We have our friend Victor. He plays in Mark for Death, which like they haven't played a show yet, but it's a bunch of friends.
Very soon.
Yeah, very soon. And I remember you posted like a 5-second clip of it, and he came up to me at a show. He's like, "Be honest with me, bro. You guys aren't slam anymore, are you?" He's like, "Be honest." It's so funny.
And that's kind of why we did it, because we didn't want people to be like, if we did more stuff like what we did sound like, and then we decided to change it up later, we didn't want people to be like, oh, nah, they changed it up. Yeah. We're still only like 10 songs deep, like ever. So like, this is still our early stuff. So like, trying to be more eclectic with it, you know?
Yeah. Did Manny record these ones?
No, it went through Andrew, Dead Stare Audio. Oh, cool. It was like everything was just done by him. And then we got it mastered by Townsend Mastering. Yeah. But yeah, it was awesome. We recorded live drums there. It was like 2 days we recorded the 3 songs. And it was a lot of fucking fun. It was really fucking cool. The live drums was cool because he has so many fucking microphones. It's like insane. He's probably busted out like 40 microphones. It's just like all these stands and shit. It's like angling them and like fucking just like eyeballing shit too. Like you see people who are all like super intense about it, and they pull out like rulers and like fucking tape measures and shit. And he's just like, should be good. Bang, bang. It's like, all right, that's cool. It was really cool. It was like a fun experience.
He has a good blend of being very like technically proficient, knowing what he's doing, but then like loosening up and doing some creative things, and also just having fun. Like, I think that's like the best part of working with Andrew for sure, and it left us wanting to work with him again for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Definitely. And we changed all 3 of those songs. Like, were different for the most part by the time we left. Like, he rearranged some stuff, and he'd like turn around and just be like, what about this? And I was like, all right, let's try it. And then it pretty much, we kept like everything that he suggested.
That's cool.
The song that didn't change really was Enemy, and that was all we did was just like swap like 2 parts, and then even that changed. Like, it made a huge difference. But the other songs, we were fucking like doing surgery on them. Like, they totally sound different than the demos, pretty much.
Even Enemy, I gotta say, I listened to it recently, the old one. I was like, what the fuck were we thinking? Like, that was not the right order.
It's sometimes you just need that outside ear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, especially, I don't know how long you guys had sat on some of these songs, but like the whole like term like demoitis.
Oh yeah.
You get you get married to like what we think it should be because you just hear it so much, and then when you hear like something new, you're like, I don't know. And then then it's like perfect. You're like, oh yeah, that.
We're struggling with that so much right now with easy out stuff because a lot of these
Oh,
songs have
dude.
been written for over a year at this point, but we're final tracking everything, and we definitely are like stuck to the demos that, especially like with some of Mike's vocal patterns.
Yeah.
Where he'll change shit now, and I'm like, do you really want to do that? Are you sure?
Yeah, it's so hard to do that shit too because it's like you can go back and listen and be like, what the fuck did we do? Why did we change it? It was so good. But then, like he said, you can go back and be like, what the fuck were we thinking? Why did we have it like that initially? It's like after you've been looking at a painting for like this close for so long, it's like hard to be like objective and critical and like take a step back.
True.
And like to just put it down for a while when you're like, all right, we got money and time on the line. It's like, it's hard.
Yeah,
But it's fun.
I think we totally almost hit demoitis as well.
For sure.
'Cause I remember one of the last times we met up before Andrew to work on it. Caesar was about to delete all the drums to one of the songs and just be like, let's start from scratch.
Yeah.
And yeah. So it almost happened.
Yeah, we were definitely. And then I was trying to keep open mind and be like, oh, the songs are probably going to change in the studio too. So I wasn't trying to get like too married to an idea. But I even caught myself being like, damn, I kind of liked how it was. But then like after listening to him for like fucking months now at this point, I'm like, yeah, these are definitely the best way these songs could have been.
Yeah.
100.
Did you get to demo your vocals?
Yeah, with Caesar. The same way our last project, Tied Up 2, Caesar recorded everything and then it was mixed and mastered by Manny. We did all of our demos through Caesar for this one, and then we kind of just like sat on them for a while, which was cool because you get to like just listen to it over and over in the shower and kind of like practice a little bit, shit like that. But then it's like you said, you get married to him and it's just like, it causes a lot of other problems too. I really like the idea of going into a studio to write, which is fucking the way it should be, I feel like, but it's also kind of hard because it costs a lot of money.
Financially.
Yeah.
That's like where we were trying to find that balance for sure.
Yeah.
We're broke. Straight up. Straight up.
Hey boys, I hate to break it to you. It doesn't go away anytime soon.
Yeah.
But so with the new record and basically new music and everything like that, what was the decision or the naming process behind this project?
Oh, with the song titles?
Or just the song titles and the actual record itself?
So the song titles, the first two are pretty much the working titles that we had the entire time. Refuse, we called Refuse from the beginning because it just fucking says Refuse. And then, what's it called? Enemy was called Enemy from the beginning too. And then Andrew named those when he was just exporting. I was like, all right, it was Refuse, Enemy. And then the third one was called Cannibal because it was like a huge Cannibal Corpse influence. Like the second half of that song is pretty much just like a death metal song. And then you just called it Cannibal, and then we were stuck with Cannibal like all the way up until we uploaded the songs to Spotify. So like it was fucking Refuse, Enemy, and Cannibal for the fucking longest time, and we couldn't find like any names, and we decided to just stick with Refuse and Enemy because like those are lyrics in the song. But Cannibal, it was like there's no cannibals mentioned in the song title at all or in the song lyrics at all. There's like contextually, it doesn't even make any sense at all if you're like, well, if you think about the lyrics this way, it's like, no, there's no, we have to change this. And that one was hard. We landed on Shadowcast because it's like what I say before the breakdown or like, you know, type shit. But yeah, it's hard to name anything. And then Promo, same thing, like we were talking earlier, we kind of didn't want to box ourselves in as like the slam band or like the whatever band. We just wanted to just reinvent ourselves a little bit and have this not be like Tied Up 3 or whatever. Like we'll probably come back to Tied Up 3 or Tied Up whatever. But we wanted this to just be like Promo, like a little bit of a
New
divergence. Yeah, nothing crazy though, but like something a little different, a little out of left field.
I was curious if it was just like you guys labeled it as Promo and then accidentally uploaded it as Promo.
No.
Oh fuck! All right.
No, he drew that on the album cover. It's on there.
It's in Sharpie, you know.
Yeah. And like, I don't know, it's just like a really easy title to work with too.
And are you guys constantly writing, or are you guys gonna chill on this for a minute and then?
We got a couple songs like that we're going back and forth in the chat with, but I wouldn't say we're constantly writing. Satch is always working on riffs, but we're not as a group like always just like jamming and writing together. We just released this not too long ago, so we're kind of just like
Writing it a bit.
Yeah, writing that for a little bit, but we are already thinking like what direction do we want to go with, like what's Satch coming up with, like because he writes all the riffs pretty much. I think he's written like everything actually. So you know, it's kind of up to him, like what he's feeling, and we'll kind of just give feedback. But he's fucking nailing it. I'm super stoked to start working on these new songs because they sound awesome.
Any if we can talk, or if we can't talk about it, we can cut it out. Any label interest or anything cool that you guys have been offered?
Recently, we got a cool little label offer, but
I have to name them so that you don't.
yeah, it's like it's all very. How do I say this without A, giving away too much, B, making it sound like Roadrunner didn't hit us up, you know. Metal Blade didn't hit us up or anything.
It's very local.
Yeah, it's local.
Very for the community.
Yeah. It would be this label's first artist that they'd signed.
Oh.
So it's like new for everyone.
But also very reputable people.
For sure, yeah. We're stoked on it. We just got the offer. We kind of just got to talk about it like seriously outside of like the group chat, you know, and kind of just get together and chop it up and see like what do we want out of a label and like what they're offering and shit. But I mean, it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty promising.
The reason I ask is because you guys have done so well so far DIY, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm curious, like, all right, cool. What's the next step here? Like, do we sign our lives away to somebody, or do we, you know, like,
Yeah.
just keep chugging along until like that perfect opportunity comes along?
Yeah, and there's also like different labels too. Like there's massive fucking labels, and then there's like smaller, more like local labels, or like just like smaller scale in general. It's like sometimes when you sign to like a huge label, it's like you're signing your life away for like to tour like 8-9 months out of the year, and it's like it's a huge commitment. I mean, it's awesome to have that opportunity, but it's like that's a huge decision.
Yeah, it should really come down to like what do you guys want, and like how can they help you, and if they can't with that, then there's no point in like rushing it.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
yeah,
that's labels are tricky.
It's a gift and a curse, man.
Yeah,
It's a gift and a curse.
but we were the first band to sign on our buddy's label.
Cool. That's awesome.
They became Pure Noise Records. So
That's awesome.
Super sick.
That's
We
super
left.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
we weren't why they blew up. It's funny.
Weirdly, weren't on the label when everything.
Yeah, when all the cool shit happened. We actually had our buddy Jake was like, "You guys should sign somewhere else." 'Cause it was a small operation,
Wow.
you know. And then
Didn't-
we came back,
Didn't Stateside just sign? Crazy.
Yeah.
Super sick.
dude.
Shout out Stateside.
Pure Noise is sick.
Where's Stateside from?
Fullerton.
Fullerton.
Yeah, or OC.
Okay.
I'll give it the greater
Yeah,
round.
yeah. I was
My
like,
fault, but yeah.
Thank God Rigo's here, because I was like, I don't know.
No worries. no worries.
Near the beach.
Yeah, Stateside is fucking awesome, dude. I mean, I'm a big pop punk head, and like also like you came through punk was like my avenue for sure, and Stateside like hits a nice little funny bone, you know,
Yeah.
like really like Taking Back Sunday inspired and super sick. Like they're doing it right, and their music seems to only get better, and I have respect for bands who are constantly elevating their game.
Yeah.
Super sick.
Hell yeah. Making the right moves. It's like, you gotta admire it, like no matter what you think about any of the music or
Yeah.
anything. He's like a fucking encyclopedia about like pop punk and shit like that, and I'm just like, I fuck with MXPX like heavy, but like, besides that, I don't know anything outside of like, you know, what's on the radio, shit like that. So like, yeah, you just gotta admire it. It's really cool.
Sick.
I saw their vocalist at the Slab, I think, when one of our first shows ever. We played Cold Skies, and he like came up and was like, "Yo, the fucking, what's it called? The Whitest Kids You Know samples fucking goes hard. I fucking love that skit." I was like, "Yo, that's fucking sick." No one said anything about it yet, so it's a cool little moment.
I always like he embraces it. He's a short king, but sometimes people get really fucked forced perspective shots of Lemus, and I'm like, oh, you guys didn't have to upload that one. So funny.
It's so easy to make someone look different than how they actually look with like whatever the fucking lens is or whatever. That was a sus ass gesture I just did. But like the fucking with the angle you're at, like, fucking.
Yeah, dog. That's why I look overweight in all my pictures online. It's just forced perspective.
Just the
Dude,
angle.
he gets down. He
It's awesome.
he like
Dude.
moshes and stuff.
He's super
Dude, yeah,
sick,
hell
man.
yeah.
He broke his hand on a fucking barber chair because he was moshing at
So sick.
the Lodge Barber Shop, which they have shows at in Orange County. He works there, and he broke his arm moshing on the chair and couldn't cut hair there. 4 weeks to follow. It's
Wild.
kind of funny.
Work habits.
It's hilarious, you know. Couldn't pay his rent. Fucking got him.
Hey, you know what though? It's all for the music, man.
Dude, so many people injure themselves moshing, but like they still continue to mosh. Like at all risk. Like,
Blows my mind.
it's fucking. We've had to replace or have fill-in drummers for like several shows because Ronnie's broken his arm moshing twice now. We've only been a band for like a year and a half too, and like a broken arm takes a while to heal.
Yeah.
So like,
He can't play with just, you know.
no,
Dude,
not the new songs at
He
least.
fucking Ricky Bobbied it off.
No.
He sawed that joint off.
It's like, I can break these cuffs.
Dude, so we have quite a bit of questions for you guys, man. That's pretty sick.
Oh no. It's because I posted on the Smoked account too, and I was
Did you?
like, because I saw you guys post it like not too long ago, and I was like, let me just try and maximize questions. But then as soon as I did, I was like, fuck, I hope people don't just like flood this shit with like stupid shit. Yeah, I was like,
Well, guess what?
I hope they do. Dude, you got
can't trust
a
my
nice little.
Scary.
wild.
All right. We'll just go with it. Okay, so this is. I hate when I read these because I'm like, I'm sure it's like a fun way to say something very like normal or regular, but I'm like, Dahgolo, Dahgolo.
Is that like the username?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say that sounds familiar. I see that on the Smoked account a lot.
Says, how does one create a band with no connections in the scene?
Do you want to take this one? I
Not-
mean, I got an easy answer. I'll just go to shows and like make
Yeah.
connections in
Yeah.
the scene.
Literally
Literally
just
just go
show
to
up.
shows. Yeah,
Yeah.
literally just go to shows.
That's it right there. Like
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah.
There is no other answer. Like
Yeah.
I think like, yeah, like I was like 12, 13, shredding an instrument and just looking at like, okay, where can I get in and like, you know, wherever's closest to you is the best answer. I think.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best.
Find out what you want to do and then start doing that, and then go to shows maybe with in the back of your mind, like I want to meet someone who
That.
can do guitar, like I do vocals or whatever. Like I've been stuck with Satch for like a long ass time because I've been the vocal guy and he's been the guitar guy, and we're like, if we ever do make a project, like we both got to be in it.
Sick.
And that's like been the base of our friendship. I'm like, we've been most of our friendship has been outside of a band, so we've been through like a lot of regular friendship, but like we've always been like, you know, if we ever want to get back on music shit, like you're the vocal guy, I'm the guitar guy, so like just form friendships like that.
Yeah.
You don't have to be like, I need a band right now, I need to just ride this wave of whatever.
True.
Yeah.
You know, just it'll come if you just put time and effort into it, you know.
Yeah.
Practice your craft.
Get in the scene, like you said. Make those friends become the connections you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I freaking loved when we had the Ritual Despair guys on,
Awesome dude.
and just like they're like just two best friends that were vocalists, and they're like,
Dude, yes.
we're gonna be vocalists together in
That's
this
so
band.
sick. Yeah.
It's like,
Friend goals for sure.
let's see, XOTCHIPL.
Yo. That's his girlfriend.
Oh, is it? Okay. Cool. She,
Damn, cut
who,
that. I didn't mean to put her on blast.
Who was the girl that? No, I was kidding.
Who's this bitch?
Who was the girl with the red hair? No. So if you were on death row, what would your last meal be?
Records? Or
This is funny because we were just talking about this.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
What do you guys have
Probably-
planned?
You don't want to know.
Yeah.
prepping for the future.
I think like some good local burger spot, you know, local burger spot. You guys ever hit Steve's Burgers in Moval? That shit's crazy.
No.
Go like somewhere like that. Go do.
I don't like the way you said no.
Steve, the fuck?
Who the fuck is Steve and why does he make such good burgers?
Dude, check it out. Steve's Burgers. You know, that some homemade Mexican food, some tacos or something.
Can't go wrong.
Some Dave's hot chicken, low key. I'm gonna get cooked for that. I'm gonna get cooked. For that.
Dave's hot chicken is fire.
It's so good.
Too
but
expensive, but
people
it's so
think it's
good.
gross.
It's pricey.
It's not
pricey.
gross at all. It's
I don't know if I've ever had it.
gourmet.
Dave's hot chicken?
Yeah.
It's good.
You should hit it up.
Guilty pleasure. It's so like, they give you like a huge ass tender. When you ask for a chicken tender, it's like a fucking massive ass one.
Even
So
the whole ass chicken, actually.
low key, yeah. They just take the breast and just like throw it on there.
Yeah.
What about you, David?
Oh, shit. Probably my mom's rice for sure. My grandma's tacos, and then probably just like some ridiculous shit, like some shit that would make the room smell after they killed me. Like,
Something they'd have to work hard to get.
yeah, exactly. I want to explode. I want a gallon of Mountain Dew and some sushi, some shit, and then like Greek yogurt, just shoveling it in.
Oh, not mixed up.
I'm gonna kill myself before they kill me.
That's funny. I had thought about like if anyone on death row has been like, "What I'm about to eat is the fuck you
Yeah,
guys."
fuck all you guys.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear about the guy that did popcorn kernels? He just downed a bunch of kernels, and then when they were electrocuting him, all you hear is.
No way.
Yeah.
That can't be real.
There's no way that
There's no way that's
actually
real.
happened, but I like that story.
That rotten.com shit.
That's some dumbass copy paste from forever ago. Like a weird email chain that you would get.
Nah, dude, that came from a real Nigerian prince.
Exactly.
Dude, I remember. So I used to coach high school baseball, and I think this was when I did junior high, and then one of the kids was like, I heard him talking. I was like driving the van, and they said something about rotten.com, and I was like, nope, do not open it. Don't open it.
Yeah.
Not here. I don't want to be responsible.
Hey, fuck
Like,
you.
guys being-
This is coming from the guy that him and Martin held my eyes open and made me watch Two Girls, One Cup.
No, that's bad.
That's not true, Michael.
Eyeballs open like this.
You could get charged
You were like 21.
nowadays for that.
You were like a grown ass man, dude.
I was, but still. Still.
That is traumatic. And then the song that plays, it's like you hear it and it's just like PTSD immediately. Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's a.
Fuck me up for soft serve.
No, bro.
I'm not gonna blast him. One of our
Do it.
friends. when he watched Two Girls One Cup, because the reaction is pretty much the same. It's either like ooh, or some people like don't want to watch right away as soon as they start seeing what's happening, and then like people kind of like awkwardly laugh. One of our friends.
One of our
talk about off camera. It was happening, and he was just like,
One of our friends
No.
was entranced
Check on him.
by that video.
Check on him. Or them.
Yeah.
It's a lady. Or them if they're non-binary.
well,
They might be a death
Fuck them
row.
regardless. though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. All right. This is Suck Love, I think. SUCCLUVV.
Don't know if I know this
It
person.
sucks. I feel like if I seen the profile picture, I'll be like, oh, that's this person,
Yeah.
that person, that person.
It's
But
tiny. Good luck, boys.
I'm not even going to try. I don't know who that is.
It says, love y'all. How did you start doing vocals and squeals?
I think I covered this a little bit in my last episode, but like I just listened to a lot of deathcore, like right off the bat, and then August Burns Red and As I Lay Dying. Those are like the two big bands that I was like, I want to learn these lyrics and scream them in my garage type shit.
Do you remember how old you were and like when you tried your first squeal?
13.
13?
Yeah, there is
Did it sound
record.
cool?
No, hell no. It sounded so bad. I got to hit up my friend Andy. He has my recorded first vocal attempt ever. It was like, check this out. Hit record, bro. I'm gonna try and do this. And I was like actually gonna try, but it sounded like shit. I was like, isn't that bad? Like, isn't that funny how bad that is?
Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah, we were like super into like early like meme shit. Like I'm talking like 2000 like 5, 6, like stupid gifs you would find on the internet that would just like get recirculated. And we were gonna have a song called I Speak Squirrel, which was like a stupid meme and like the stupid small community that we were stupidly a part of. And yeah, I was just like, I speak squirrel, and I was 13 years old. I was a freshman in high school, and that was it. And they just kind of just run with it.
If you do return to wanting to revisit these old type of meme things, can you do Slithery Snake? Can you incorporate that one into
Slithery
a song?
Snake? Is that? I don't think I've heard of that. Is that real?
It's real.
Oh, is that like the
Rough
Vine?
name. Yeah.
I've been told I look like that guy. I hate that shit so much.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but you know.
God damn it. My cousin told me that too, so I cut deep. It's like, you know me, bro.
It'd be your own.
Yeah,
kind,
for
you know.
real. For
Damn.
real.
Did you make any squeal attempts at any point?
Oh, dude, no, I'm like so rough. like
He
I
yells
don't-
on stage without a mic, and it's
Yeah, I like the untrained vocal thing.
sick. Sick.
like, yeah,
It's hard. I love that shit.
yeah.
It's primal.
Yeah.
All right. Bree Breakdown.
That is my girlfriend.
Oh, sweet. Okay. She says, how do you feel about people comparing you to Shane Gillis all the time?
Oh my god. It's literally
It'd be
like,
the ones closest to you.
yeah. It's funny. It's not funny. No, it's funny. The first time I ever heard of Shane Gillis was like a few years ago. Satch is like really big into podcasts, and he's kind of like into like stand-up comedy and shit. Like he'll check out the most recent hype shit or whatever. And he was like, "You kind of remind me of Shane Gillis." He's like, "You should check this guy out. His name's Shane Gillis. You remind me of him. You would like him." And he didn't even bring up the fact that I look exactly like him. I don't think. I think he was just like, "Yo, this guy is sick. You would like him." It was like a while ago. And then now it's literally every single YouTube video. It's like, "Yo, I didn't know Shane Gillis had a band. That's crazy."
Shane Gillis side quest.
Yeah, I've seen that multiple places.
We should just what's it called, clickbait?
Yeah, dude.
We'll just put this on.
Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis.
Yeah,
podcast.
just put him in the thumbnail. I mean, do what you got to do. I'd respect it, you know. Get those views.
Dang, bro.
But I get that a lot. I straight up get it. So online, never in person, only online.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, I fuck with Shane Gillis too. He's hilarious.
He's
so
funny.
I'm not mad at that.
He's funny. First victim of like cancel culture.
Definitely not the first, but yeah.
But like first like comedian just being canceled on a show and being fired from SNL.
Oh yeah, like straight
Yeah.
up before he even started. Yeah, that was
because
like
remember he had just gotten that job, and then they were like, he told an Asian joke, which I don't think anybody was really that mad about.
mostly white
Coming
people.
from an Asian guy.
Mostly
and then,
white people.
And then he got legit canceled and
Yeah.
fired from SNL before he even started.
Yeah.
There's been some worse shit on SNL, to be fair.
Yeah.
Dude, they're,
It's fucking bad.
yeah.
Mike wanted to tell a joke so bad. Right?
Dude, say it.
This one is. I feel like it's Los Juan Despierto.
Now none
Is
of
that
these
right,
names
Rigo?
are ringing a bell.
Yeah.
It said, "How did Smoked 909 come into existence?"
Just me and Satch were like, we should make a band. And then we had a band a while ago, and then we broke up, and then we kind of just... We were friends before that band, we were friends after that band, and we kind of just maintained our friendship, and we've always kind of just had music in common, and we went to the show at the Slab. The Slab's first show, actually. I think I said this in the last podcast, too. It was God Awful's first show ever. And with my friend Cody, I was like, this is sick. I haven't been to like a local show in the IE like in forever. And it was just like a bunch of people like I didn't know. Like I was just like a fly on the wall kind of thing. I was like, this is awesome. I just want to be a part of it. And I went to another show, and then I told Satch, I was like, we have to like do something. We gotta just like demo something. And then I think Tony from Desoectomy. No, I made the Smoke 909 Instagram, and then I uploaded like a little demo that just me made. It was literally just me on my iPhone. Satch had nothing to do with it, and I uploaded a stupid little demo. It was like straight up slam. It was just like sounds and just first 3 frets over and over. And then Tony from Desoectomy was like, "Yo, this is cool," and like he followed the page and he hit me up. And then he's like, "You should work with Manny. He did our stuff." And then that's how we got in contact with Manny. And me and Satch were just like, "Yo, let's just like book this date, and then it'll force us to make music or have shit to come to the studio with." So we just kind of forced ourselves like that. And then Rigo was going to shows too. I don't know if you were at that Slab show, but you were definitely at a lot of Slab shows.
Yeah. Just all around. I've been
Yeah.
going to shows like kind of there was a real big dry spell in the IE, like 2014 to 2017. And shout out Jeff, who does D1 booking. Like,
Hell yeah.
there was nobody, and he was still making hardcore bands and like playing to 3 people in a dirt backyard in Paris. So like,
Fucking love it.
definitely was in the loop. Pandemic hit, everybody fell off, and as of course once shows started coming back, there was like the energy to go to a show, and you know, just met at the right time, and
Yeah.
and I was one of those first 909 people he followed, and
Dude, yeah. Rigo was like huge. Like just you see him at a show and like with his camera, just like literally just like ear to ear grin, just like fucking getting mollywopped by fucking Gilly and like other fucking hard ass monsters, and just like you see him and just like, this guy fucking, if I need a bassist for a band, it needs to be this guy type shit.
And you're like, hey, I play an instrument too.
Yeah.
He's holding your camera out of the way of everybody.
We had a bassist before him, but after that one didn't work out, I was like, we need not that guy. We need literally someone who's just like at every show, like fucking here for the right reasons, and like just super passionate about that shit. And like he came to mind like immediately. I think it might have been after we got a bassist. I don't know, but he sent a video just unprompted of him playing bass to the Smoked account. Was like, yo, check this out. And it's like and like fucking losses. I was like, this is fucking awesome. And so I already knew like he played bass. And then when we needed a bassist, I was like, fucking this guy.
very, very kind. it's cool. I like that I'm not in like the band rotations. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm like the one odd little character. Pops
Yeah.
and smoked. You know?
Yeah.
No side bands or anything, but yeah, it's kind of sick.
Wait, you don't have like 3 other bands?
No, not yet. Not yet.
They're coming though.
They're coming.
This is from, you know what's funny is when you were talking about the dry spell
Yeah.
of like that era, like the only band that was my like link into what was still happening, because I was like, I think I was like back heavy in school at that time. It was a Harsh Reality.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
So Adrian sent a question.
Let's go.
Adrian says, "What was your favorite show at the Paradigm? Rest in peace."
That's crazy. Those are very formative years. I would say it's a toss-up between the first time I saw Goliath there, and it was just like, mind was blown. Like, I had seen moshing before, but I'd never seen like straight up just like crowd killing and people looking like they were actually just like, just got off work, I had a bad day, and make this kid pay for it type shit. I was just like,
That's literally it.
it was just like so ingrained in my memory. I loved that show so much. And then the time that me and Satch's old band played with Carnifex there in the big room, that was like just like huge, like a big milestone for us. Like, we capped out there for sure. We opened, you know, there was like 7 or 8 bands, you know, played for, I mean, there was a decent crowd, probably like 30, 40 people.
Still counts, dude.
Yeah,
Those were
still
fun,
counts.
man.
Yeah, that was cool. And I was really, like I said, really big into deathcore too. So I was like, Carnifex, fuck yeah. I think like Murder, Death, Kill and Colossal also played. So it was also a very scary show type shit, you know. It was fun, a lot of fun. Oh, and then Sleeping Giants, their second album, what was it, Sons of Thunder?
Oh yeah.
Their release show was there. I had a really fucking good time there. I had a really good time with that show. It was like one of my favorite core show memories ever. Earth from Above, they're like another 2 vocalist band. Like, you brought up Ritual of Despair. They're like the first 2 vocalist band that I had heard of. They're like Christian deathcore shit. I was like so into them. And yeah, there's like, that's one of the first times I was like, heard of a band because of a flyer and like got really into them through MySpace. And then by the time the show came, I was like, all right, we're gonna see that band now. So it was just like really cool feeling, good memory. Those are my top 3. Can't pick one.
Did you ever get to make it up there?
I never went to Paradigm, but I want to give a quick shout out to another dead venue, Riff Mountain in Orange County. Did any of you guys go there?
Where's Rift Mountain?
I never
It
been.
was like adjacent to like the Fullerton area right there.
Okay.
Like, it's like super sick. Lots of these, like, there was a little trend for a bit of really classic hardcore, like punk to like 1-2 step breakdown at the end type of hardcore bands, like
Sick.
like Dare, Chemical X, like those bands from Orange County were ripping it. Higher Ground, like really cool.
What was it called?
Riff Mountain.
Rift Mountain.
Steven has videos, like 197, first time I ever seen him. I was like a young
Shout out
kid.
197.
Yeah. 197, what's up?
Also, see, whenever you can, man, please give me that video from from Chain Reaction.
Oh yeah, he's sitting on so many videos too. It's like,
Oh, but
you
he's
don't,
so busy.
you can't just like dump them all at once, but
Yeah.
you also can't just be like, all right, here's my friend's band, here's my other friend's band, for like day after day. He has a pretty cool balance too, I think.
Yeah. Well, that guy's busy, and then you got the Harlord gig.
Yeah.
And
Fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
We're all
huge.
super stoked for him. Like,
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
massive W.
our boy Ty, he usually has the tough ones. He asks, do you guys have any pre-show rituals or habits?
Freak the fuck out. I usually get in my head, I get super anxious, and then I usually find like one person to talk to, usually right before I go on stage. And it doesn't even happen, like, I don't look for someone to talk to, but I usually get caught in like a conversation with someone right before I go on stage, and I feel like that helps a little bit.
Still no vocal warm-ups?
Not really. I've been doing them like the day of, like before I get to the show, like in my car on the way, but nothing like right before the set. You kind of get those out of the way, saying, you know, what's up, we're Smoke 909. Just, you know, I usually don't talk. I usually don't say, we're Smoke 909. I usually like start off by screaming, which I feel like kind of like shakes the cobwebs off, if I have any.
Yeah, nobody gets mad if you fuck that up versus like a lyric. or
Exactly,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No real rituals at all. Like probably some real true basis shit or whatever. But but honestly, I like practice a lot throughout the week. Like, I'm a big practicer. I like used to play saxophone and shit like that as well. Like, I love jazz. I used to play in ska bands, and like,
Fuck yeah.
you gotta practice, man. You know, so I'm constantly repping to the tracks with the metronome, working stuff out, and by the time we pull up to practice, I'm just like standing there. You know?
You're ready.
Yeah.
TTG. What's this guy? DTW, TTG.
Yeah.
So Ty has a couple. So he says, if you guys could start a new annual IE festival, what would you call it? And give 3 bands you'd ask to play.
That's a super good question.
A new one? I was going to say Rebirth, like, needs to come back because they had that Rebirth show last year and it didn't happen this year. So I guess that's not technically new, but...
It does need to come back for sure.
Yeah, I would say Rebirth, but if I had to name one right now... Fuck. That's hard. You can't put me on the spot like that, bro.
Day, we talked
Yeah.
about.
Oh, yeah, 909 if it falls on, like, a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday would be super cool. Like, A1A Day fucking goes off. That'd be cool to have some shit like that. Like a name. It's like a creative ass name. I don't know.
And then the bands, we got to pull IE bands, right? It's IE Fest.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, if you ask me, it has to be Harsh Reality, Darsoon.
Knew it.
And 97. Yeah.
Knew it. Yeah, I was gonna say easy top 3, like the easiest question of all time.
Sick. And then he says, as a fan or new listener,
I think we broke him.
College seminar shit right there.
I know what he's trying to say. I'm trying to think of how to say it. Cause like,
I know what he's trying to say, but I don't know how to say it either.
Shout out all our foreign fans.
basically, as someone
all our
asked you a
ESL
question that's
fans.
been out of the
Oh, has a fan or a new listener asked any of you guys for something out of the ordinary?
Play eyeless when we don't
feet
want
pics.
to.
Oh yeah, when we're not ready. I'm always down, but we're just not ready all the time. I'll be like, fuck, because that's like there's a lot of words in that song. It's like when they start playing, I kind of just like know them, but it's like I get in my head, I'm like, fuck, we haven't played in a while. I don't want to butcher it, type shit. But I haven't been asked anything like out of pocket really. I think at 1720, I got asked to sign like a couple autographs, which was really cool.
Hey.
That's like that barely just started happening, and it's mostly just like young ass people, like 13, 14, 15-year-olds.
Dude, you're their, whatever band got you into that shit.
Yeah.
Like
That's crazy.
You're their terror.
Dude,
dude.
That is
Far from
insane. Yeah, I was gonna say, don't compare us to like statistically like the greatest hardcore band ever.
And then he asks, what does success look like for you guys in 2025?
I mean, the same way it would look any other year, I think, is just being able to live off of music or your craft or whatever it is. Success is just being able to like have no debt, pay your house, whatever, go on vacation every once in a while, and not have to fucking worry about payments, more or less. I think so. That's like everyone. That's like the American dream nowadays. Is just to not have debt and to not stress over payments.
This is a question we were asked last week, or I don't know if we asked it of each other. My memory sucks. But would you guys be down to tour full time?
I don't know. That's a great question, but I honestly don't know, because that's a huge commitment. Like, I don't know if I could be away from like friends and family that long, truthfully. Yeah. Like, if I'm really away from home like 8 months out of the year, like that's crazy to me. And, like, I got pets, Yeah. I want to like spend time with them. They don't live as long as us, Yeah. Like, I don't want to be gone like forever and ever.
Yeah, we had brought up the distinction too. It's like, it's different when it's like you're gone 8 months of the year, or you're gone 8 months straight of the year.
Yeah,
right? Like,
it's true. Yeah.
And it's like I could we were talking about like I could do it.
I can do it, yeah.
But like I don't know if I'd want to, because like the people in my life, like, how do they handle me being gone?
Yeah.
Like that. So.
If it's just like a tour or whatever, like you're going, or I don't even know. There's so many different definitions. Like some people call like 3 days to like tour. Oklahoma, or like a tour or whatever. But like, I would love to go on like a tour, like a fucking month-long tour across America or some shit like that. That would be awesome. I would do that in a heartbeat. If I could, if it was financially viable, like I could take a month off work and have all my shit taken care of. I would love to do that. But straight up taking like so many months out of the year, just not being around the people that you love and shit like that, I feel like I would legit go crazy.
It's hard, man.
I don't think I could do that tour schedule. Well, who knows? Fuck it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think that we... I don't know, how do I word this? Do you think...
Didn't give a shit about the people in our lives?
I mean, that was a solid...
They're holding you back, bro. Cut them out.
When we were younger. definitely went through breakups for me
Oh,
going
yeah.
on tour, and
Yeah.
but do you think we almost, I don't want to say had it easier, but do you think back then when everybody was on the road, it was easier just because it was more affordable?
Was it more affordable?
But it was rough on us. But think about gas prices now
Yeah.
compared to then,
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
Or like food prices now compared to then.
Yeah.
Hotels, like bus tours are unimaginable right now.
Hmm.
Millions of dollars to take a bus on the road is insane.
It's crazy to
Yeah.
think about.
It's weird, but then at the end of the day, numbers are just fucking numbers, and inflation is the real cause
Right.
of everything. And
Yeah.
We won't get into it, but you get it.
If you guys can, I'll be back.
And then Salmon Doodle asked
I know that name.
Dream Blunt Rotation.
Damn, that's good. That's good.
Everyone's always like
the
nightmare.
stoners have been tuning in lately, and I'm here for it.
I should have thought. I'm over here thinking like top 5 hardcore albums or whatever. Like I did not think of Dream Blunt Rotation. That's a tough one.
I think I got 3. I'm thinking. Like, gotta be like Britney Spears, Mariah Carey,
Hotel.
the vocalist
like
of
to be
Mind
there.
Force. So
That would
Britney
go
Spears,
off.
Mariah Carey, vocalist of Jay from Mind Force, Quentin Tarantino on a quick blunt rotation, and Martin Scorsese.
Yo.
That's how eclectic
Nice.
ass fucking blunt rotation.
What are the conversations?
I want Britney and Mariah to do a duet while we talk about the next film. You know what I'm talking about?
That's fucking hard. Damn, that's a genius ass question. I feel like I need a blunt to think about this one. Are we doing like fantasy blunt rotation or like people who are living and smoking weed right now?
Fantasy, dude.
Yeah.
In the grave too.
All right.
That makes it 10 times harder.
Nah, easy. I'm gonna say Abe Lincoln because you know smoke weed with the guy that freed slaves. Like, how can you not? Just like he earned it. You know he didn't smoke back then
His
too.
beard looked like it smelled.
For sure. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you deserve this. Aslan from Narnia, for sure. I feel like, you know, that's a little
smokes
cheap.
the lion.
We broke Jesse. Wild.
I was not expecting that one. So.
Yeah, Abe Lincoln, Aslan. There's a deep cut, I think.
Aslan's a deep cut.
Definitely. I was gonna say Bilbo, but I don't want to dip into the fantasy pool again.
Dude. That's fair.
Yeah, okay, Gandalf. I'll say Gandalf.
They've got stories, though. You know, they
For
got
sure.
stories.
Aslan and,
And he'll be
Gandalf.
providing.
Yeah.
I would love to be a fly on the wall on those 3 smoking, honestly. I'd want to remember those conversations. Could you imagine?
That'd be Aslan and Gandalf.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the other one?
That was
Abe
fire.
Lincoln. Abe Lincoln.
That's fine.
Yeah, he immediately just like came to mind, so I had to include him.
Okay. Okay.
Why am I this way?
Did you guys see the edit that they did of our podcast with 97
I did
minutes?
see that. Fuck.
That was my nightmare coming in. Real shit.
I was dropped because of that.
Crying.
I
I was dying laughing. And then what Mike just did right now is just, that's the only
Well,
clip
because
they need.
it's him. Because he's like, hang on, I just got out of the shower.
Oh yeah. I forgot I said that. They should do, or whoever made that video should do another one. Was like David's forehead just gets greasier and greasier as time goes on. It's like keep zooming in and zooming in. It's okay. I own it. I know who I am. There's lights in here. It's hot. I'm wearing a long sleeve under this.
I don't know who runs that meme page or whatever. But
That's funny.
So many nowadays.
That's funny. That's funny. The way they edited it to just be like, I think I shit myself.
Oh, dude, I laughed so hard at that. I was like, oh my gosh.
It's like peak middle school humor.
Yeah.
Like, I fuck with that. Farts are never gonna not be funny type shit.
Dude, they will forever. My dad laughed at one, and then it gave me hope. I was like,
Hell yeah.
oh, yeah.
I don't know who runs that page either, but I have this theory that the IE heavy, the moshing's cool, whatever page, it's
Yeah.
a secret. It's a
Burner
secret.
account, yeah.
Burner.
I don't know. I'm just fucking around.
I want to just like throw out theories, but I was like, this is probably a very real person. I don't want to just like, whatever.
Probably somebody we know.
Yeah. Could be.
Could be someone in this room.
Is this dude
good.
for sure?
It's just Jesse working on his edits.
Yeah.
This one is L_Profivic.
It's Vic.
Yeah,
Watch for
Mine
you.
for you,
That's Vic.
dog.
Oh, Vic.
for the one time.
That's the Professor Vic. I don't know if you speak
Bioslam.
Spanish, but that's what that means.
He said, "How tired are you? How tired are you of all the Shane Gillis jokes? If I'm tired of them, you must be tired of them."
If it's just Vic and Brianna asking him, I don't care at all. But seeing it on every video is like,
Oh,
yeah, it's like, you know, I mean, I try not to take it personally.
Dude, how sick would it be though if one day you go to play somewhere and Shane Gillis is there? He's like,
That'd be sick.
What would-
heard a lot
Dude.
about you, bro.
What would be harder if you saw him go in the pit, or if he came up on stage
And did a guest.
and did a,
guesty.
That would be great. I would rather the guesty for sure, because then I could chop it up with him after and be like, "Yo, thanks for making me laugh a bunch." I don't know, but I'm not really. Honestly, it doesn't bug me too much. Like we do kind of look alike. Straight up. He doesn't wear glasses, but like I see it a little bit. You know.
My
I'm
mom is
mad.
super nice, and I was like, "Look, they say David looks like this guy." She's like, "No, he doesn't. He
Aw.
doesn't."
so not exactly.
She's like, "Don't worry, he doesn't."
Just flip the script on everyone. Just grow out a mullet or something, or just grow your hair out.
I think Nico from Slumped is the one that said, he's like, Shane Gillis is just like a Chad David. I'm just like, thanks, bro. What are you implying here? I'm the, yeah, never mind. I'm
Not
gonna
quite.
say
Yeah.
it. I get he's like 6'3" and like played football and shit, but
I
It's a
ran.
compliment.
yeah, he's a handsome man, I guess. If we're gonna be compared, yeah, he's a handsome ass fool.
All right, new abuse. They sent in 2 questions. New abuse FM. Worst show that you guys have ever played.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't want to throw shade on any. I mean, I honestly, I
not
feel like
even- yeah.
we haven't had any like bad shows, like any like technical difficulties or like.
Well, I'll do that.
Well,
Because first
my
of all-
mic's gone out a bunch, but that,
Yeah.
besides that,
Yeah, that seems to happen to you a lot.
Yeah. I like love all the shows we play, and
Yeah.
when you say like which was a bad one, none come to mind. But let's go with technical difficulties. We played the show in Coachella, and we almost forfeited our set
oh yeah,
because we thought that the gear wasn't working, and then we noticed that our guitarist just didn't turn up the volume knobs. on
I
his
don't.
pedals.
Yo, why are you saying this right now? I don't think the people like Sage. Shout out Sage from Face Facts and Hot Stuff Booking. He brought us out there. They. Oh my God, we were supposed to be us and then this like grind band MXMXM or whatever. That's no shade. I didn't mean like or whatever, but I think that's how you pronounce it. They were on after us, and then we were up setting up to play, and we couldn't figure out. We're like, what the fuck is going on? And then we're like, yo, they figured out. They're like, we're just gonna swap places with you. They're gonna go on right now. We're gonna go drive miles down the road and go get a cab for you guys. We're gonna figure this out. And they did that shit, and we came back, and then it still wasn't working. And we're like, fuck. Okay, so the cab for sure works. It has to be us. And then I didn't know it was just the volume being down. So apparently that's all it was.
on everything or just
On like Satch's like pedals. On like one of the first ones, so then it kills the rest of the chain. But I just want to defend Satch and say it's okay if he has technical difficulties because his riffs.
because he shreds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he shreds,
yeah.
no.
Can
Yeah.
afford it
So-
for sure.
You're either a shreddy guy or you're a gear guy.
Yeah.
You can't really be both.
Well, there are both. I know.
No,
I think.
don't.
I think Steven would
Yep.
be. That's the first
Shout
person
out,
that came
yeah.
to mind.
Steven, Fueled by Sin on Instagram. Super cool dude. He plays in Life Turned Cold, which is a great D1 band.
Scary ass.
Quick
band.
shout out. He's like literally can do like prog shit. He can dial in your tone. He can fix your instrument, and then he can play beat down with 3 notes.
Yeah,
yeah.
so sick.
He's awesome, dude.
Swiss Army knife type shit.
Yep.
Awesome. And then new abuse also asks best venues they've played / best shows you've played.
There's a few. Going to Chain Reaction, like as like all my formative year type shit. Playing Chain was awesome. We did that like over a year ago now, which is crazy to think about. That's one that stands out in my mind. And then 1720 this last Saturday, week before yesterday.
Yeah.
Awesome, super cool.
The Pharmacy Hesperia show.
Hell yeah.
It's like kind of peak for me because like it was just so fun, like great space for the kids to be. Great mosh for the
Yeah.
everybody who wanted a mosh.
Yeah.
Outside in the front, kids like skating a flat bar. I'm like, that's
Hell yeah.
hardcore.
Sick.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it
yeah.
right there. Yeah.
That's top show for sure. I guess I'm thinking more like venues, like places I've been where I'm like,
True.
I would love to play that place one day, and we fucking played Change
Fair.
1720. But Pharmacy was unreal. I would love to play another show there. It's like high desert, tweaker mosh type shit. It was
Yeah.
really cool. It was fucking awesome.
Okay.
Shout out DJ of Broken Mouth and Wrath of God.
Of Great Commission.
And Great Commission.
The Great
Oh,
Commission.
And kick flips and shit.
Our boy David, 97.
Hell yeah. I love that
He
man.
said.
David 909.
He said, "What's next for Smoked? The 720 show, y'all played was amazing. Okay, bye."
Aw. Shout out Dave. Shout out 97 minutes. What's the next step or the next move? Shit, I don't know.
I don't know.
Move in
Promo
silence,
too.
like
Promo
lasagna. Yeah.
too. I talked about this too a little bit, and I just kind of summed it up as like we live like week by week, and we just started looking forward to the riffs and shredding.
Yeah.
And we're really thankful that it's gotten us this far.
Yeah.
Maybe if we like apply a little more like trajectory, we could take it where a lot of people would expect us to go. But truthfully,
Yeah.
we just love the music, we love the scene, we love our community, and I think that by playing shows and showing up for all our friends is like that's the goal
Yeah.
that we start with, and then whatever comes after, we're stoked for.
Mm-hmm. Thank God Rigo's here, because that was very well said. That would have not come out like that. All that was in here, but it would have not come out like that ever.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, like, same. I'm gonna sign my name.
Love Dad.
uh,
Yeah.
And Knuckle Sandwich sends in a couple.
Pull up kings.
They said, "Thoughts on marijuana use?"
Do not ever do that shit in your life. It's really, really bad for you, and it's bad for the environment. The carts that you just hit and then dispose of are like, my dog died last week because he ate a fucking cart. It's actually really fucked up. I don't know what the fuck you guys are laughing. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, don't do that shit. It's bad.
There was this girl in middle school who told me like, nah, you can't smoke because a tree will grow out your mouth, man. I'm like,
You don't want none of this, Dewey Cox.
She's like, my mom told me, I swear.
There's all your bad feelings and the good feelings.
No, my coworker one time, I told him about my band recently, and he's cool. Like, he actually supported and like bought shirts. Shout out Suru. He's not like into like heavy music at all or anything, but I said something about like some printer ink on paper being faded. I was like, oh, that shit's super faded. He's like, yeah, you sing for a band called Smoke 909. You should know what faded looks like. I was like, no, don't start that rumor. I just got this job. Also, it's a euphemism for being shot. It has nothing to do with marijuana usage. So there's that.
Yeah, that's clear right there. It's like smoked, like now you're dead, or when you you skate and you slam, oh, you got smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you smoke weed and you die.
Yeah, there you go.
That you got smoked, literally.
There you go.
You remember those little commercials where the kids would like melt into
I love
like,
that
Jell-O
shit.
on the fucking couch?
That shit also informed my brain. So
Yeah.
much, dude.
That's fun.
I'm a proud recipient of
Yeah.
the Dare Award.
Shout out there.
Knuckle Sandwich also asks, "Thoughts on crowd killing?"
This is like a loaded question, I feel like. It's fun. It's awesome. It's great. It's time and place type shit.
Yeah.
Same with everything, you know?
Yeah.
Intention is everything also.
Yep.
But, like, it's not that crazy. It's not... People make it out to be way more of a deal than it is. If someone's just walking up to someone, looks them in the eye, and just, like, physically assaulting them, like, over and over, like, in most situations, like, that's pretty bad, and that pretty much stands in hardcore, too, or in shows where fucking crowd killing is present. It's, like, a fine line, and if everyone's down for it, then it's awesome.
Yeah.
And if you're just, like, wailing on someone who's, like, not down for it, it becomes pretty apparent, too, and it's, like... either move or stop type shit, and sometimes it's like a little give. It's like, this guy's gonna keep beating up on you. It's like, either move, or sometimes like I'll be like, this guy's not for it, I'll stop type shit.
Yeah, it's no biggie.
Yeah.
Kill. I mean, like, I'm not gonna say we're one of those bands like who straight up say we write riffs for the mosh.
Yeah.
Like we write riffs because they sound sick.
Yeah.
But if mosh happens,
Yeah.
it's all good. I just hope the playing field is fair and
True.
You know,
That's the most important thing,
Yeah.
I think. mostly consenting parties,
Yeah, that whole thing right there.
Yeah.
You could tell when someone's like not down for it, and most of the time at a show, people kind of move around that.
Yeah.
And it's rare when I see like crowd killing go as bad as people like to make it out to see. But,
Yeah.
It's just like, it's just funny to see like someone who's, it's like you see what's been happening throughout the show, yet you chose to stand there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, what did you think was gonna happen? You have like an invisible thing around you?
Yeah.
Like,
Most people know what they're getting into, like standing by the pit, but some people don't. And then the people that don't, the ones that choose to still stick around there, it's like, you're doing this to yourself now. I'm sorry.
What's this horseshoe? How come no one's standing here?
Exactly, yeah. It's like, what did you
back? I'm gonna stand right here.
Look at all this space up front.
Yeah. And I've been that guy too, where it's like, I love just being by the, like, I just like having a good view,
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll choose the view over, like, fucking, I won't
Safety.
factor in the pit real estate type shit. And I'll fucking just start getting mollywopped on. I'm just like, I'm trying to watch the show. This is not the time. Sometimes you do want to crowd kill, and sometimes you just want to.
Just practicing your kung fu blocks, man.
Yeah. I've gotten better for sure.
Let's see. Valente Garcia.
Yeah.
Sick.
He's like he was at like first, second Void shows. Like
Hell yeah. Yeah. I was going to
Youngin,
say, I
but
know that
super
name
cool.
from
Okay.
the smoked count for sure.
He said, "How do I become as good as David and or the guitarist?" Forgot his name.
damn, that's Satriani.
Put some respect on Satch's name.
That's our boy Satriani right
Yeah.
there.
Named after Joe Satriani.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His dad plays guitar. His dad went to MI, Musicians Institute, for guitar playing and has a degree in guitar playing. Satch's dad, yeah. So it
Does
makes
he
sense.
just shred?
He's
yeah,
awesome.
It's insane. He has a YouTube channel. I'll show you guys after. It's fucking sick.
I filmed his like jam band kind of thing. They fucking shred. Dude.
Yeah.
He's like
Sick.
amazing.
Yeah.
But-
Just practice. Just practice.
Yeah.
Literally just keep going and going. And like try and be conscious about like getting better. Like once you plateau, don't just like be like, all right, I'm stuck here forever. Like try and break through that. It takes a long time. Like my voice doesn't really sound like you do like super deep lows or whatever, but that was my goal for the longest time. I was listening to like Colossal and shit, like Whitechapel. I was just like, we have to go lower, and then you just like push yourself and just like figure out weird tongue positions and shit like that. Literally just practice, just clock in, do what you got to do, and that's it. Same thing with literally everything else you want to get good at.
Yeah, just try, guys.
Yeah,
On our
don't give up.
on the last run I did, towards the end of it, I was like kind of fucking around in my warm up, and I was like, I want to do low, just to do it, just to see if I can. So I was kind of messing with it, and I had been doing it for like the last week. And then I saw one of our buddies, and I kind of just do it to him like in passing. I was like, yeah, I've just been trying to get lows. And he's like, why? I was like,
It was fun.
it's fine. He's like, don't do that shit. I was like,
Those are cool.
That's funny. I feel that way about highs sometimes. I'm like, you don't gotta do that.
Yeah. I definitely used to think those were like the shit. Like
Yeah.
then you needed them in every song, like I said, like Deathcore Kid. But nowadays it's like when they're used sparingly, it's
Yeah.
like ooh, it just hits. I think like Vomit Forth, their vocalist is like super sick. And when they use their highs, it's just like, oh, it's so good. It stands out. They're another band where the vocalist is just like a Swiss Army knife type shit. Like he can do like super guttural lows, like slammy shit, but then like highs and just like regular screams.
is that your
fucking
highs on the new EP?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Shadowcast. Yeah, those are the only
I
highs.
approve of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say
By the
he
way.
allowed those. Yeah,
No,
signed off.
It's like more what you were saying for sure, like that deathcore where it's like fucking all witch vocals. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, shut up.
Pull the trigger, bro. Like, fuck.
No.
Awesome. Well, do you want to do our mental health check?
Oh hell yeah.
Dope.
We're already here?
We're here, man.
That's wild.
Well, we got through the questions. We might get more, I feel like.
So we could just keep talking about just anything, man. I'm here. I'm one liquid death deep. Who knows what's gonna happen?
About to get crazy, man.
Is this like a strictly live podcast, or like have you made edits before
made
to shit?
edits.
One time I smoked. We can go back to the podcast. It's story time now. One time I smoked salvia in Maine. This was like 2012, I think. Yeah, 2012. But I was like, salvia's legal. Let's fucking do it. Let's go to a smoke shop or whatever. Because, yeah, I'm not going to say why. But we got salvia. And my only experience is I took a hit. And, you know, Lord of the Rings, when they do the dolly zoom down the long aisle of trees and it's like zooming and moving forward at the same time, my vision did that for like 3 seconds. And I just sat down. And then I just like was posted for like 5 minutes. And then I was like, yeah, that was the worst thing I've ever done in my life. It fucking tasted so fucking bad. And I was just like contemplating everything for just like 5 minutes. And then it just went away.
Dude, all those like legal over the counter, like legal ways to get high, it just weirds me out.
So
weirds me out.
True, but shout out rhino pills. Those should
Rhino pill's a completely different game, though. That's we're going out in Vegas tonight and we're all single.
Dude, that's my
You end up
pre-show
with
ritual.
I was about to say, yeah.
four dudes just in a bedroom together.
That's the only pre-show. We crack one open
Rhino
each, and we
pills.
just do a line of rhino.
that's the big pill, right?
Yeah, dude.
Is it? I don't know. I just
It's like I just know it has a rhino and like two people fucking in the corner.
I thought the boner was like a side effect. I thought it was for like mental clarity.
The boner was just how excited I am to do this shit.
It's like, let's fucking
Did
go.
I talk about when I was at the gas station, the guy tried to sell me?
Oh, yeah.
Did I talk about it there?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they haven't heard it.
There was
Talk
this-
about it again.
I was like in high school. I was like 16, or I was getting gas, and like as I'm like paying for my gas, the guy's like, would you like to buy these? I was like, what are those? And he's like, and he like looks at his boss. His boss is like, what? No, why would you ask him? This kid's like a kid. Like he was like, because I guess he was like they're trying to like.
They're trying to upsell him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, this is who you choose to sell. You know,
He's scolding him.
Yeah, I was like, what's happening?
That was his training right there. You fucking
Yeah, just like
fell.
Yeah, dude.
That young man has more boners than
Yeah, it's like,
you don't
No
need
problem.
it's like, bro, I'm
If anything, is there anything to help me stop him? So I don't fucking get that shit every class I walk into.
Oh, man.
Horny ass.
bricked up thinking about this.
Always happens right before you present to the class.
It's the worst. Those fucking 7 a.m. classes were different. As a 16-year-old, you're like nodding off in class, and yeah, I'm not gonna delve too deep. This is like a PG-13 podcast. I want to go into R rating, but yeah, dude, morning boners are real.
We had no control.
So I'm saying.
There's nothing we can do about it.
I think school is later now, isn't it? Isn't it like 8 o'clock?
Is that why?
For that reason, for sure.
tired of it.
Had to be a factor.
We're tired of these boners.
Little kids coming in.
I had a first period PE, bro.
Nice.
Those fucking sweats or gym shorts, you know.
Oh man, that's
Pop
the
right
worst.
through those.
This is the worst.
We had gray sweatpants.
The
dude.
gray sweatpants challenge.
Our colors were like gray and blue, so we just had gray
Nice.
shorts and
Nice. Can't hide shit in those.
Yeah.
Let's talk more about dicks.
Yeah. I love where our show can take a turn.
That's great.
They're cutting all this shit.
we were like mental health check. Let's talk about that.
I'm down.
It's like
Down.
a rod, ritual despair.
Yeah, ritual despair.
Rod.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Very shaft coated for sure.
A lot of phallic symbolism in this.
Yeah, it's like Alien pretty much, you know.
Alien.
Yeah, what's it? HR. Oh yeah.
with the Yeezys.
Yeah. That's what they look like to me, bro. I don't know. HR Geiger was horny as fuck. You know that for sure. For sure.
Who's the one that's like really into feet? What director? Is that Tarantino?
Tarantino, yeah. But to be fair, that's really common. There's like, if you know more than like 15 people, like 2 of those guys are into feet.
Yeah.
For sure.
Interesting.
I'm not one of them, but yeah.
No, either.
One of us might be.
There you go. They say
Statistics show somebody in this room likes feet.
1 in 5 people fuck feet. I'm just gonna say it. We're all adults here.
Oh, that's the name of the episode. 1 in 5 people.
Demonetized.
Out of every 10 feet, 2 of them have been fucked recently. Sorry, I don't know. You guys have such
You
a
guys are
nice
breaking
podcast, and I'm just like, fucking.
You guys are breaking Jesse on this episode.
We need a camera on Jesse, like straight up. He needs a webcam to be
He
on.
had one last week.
Jason,
Last week we gave
Jesse's
him
gonna need to listen to Crossfade for so long after this episode just to get himself right.
All right. Oh yeah. And with that, mental health check is where we like to check in weekly, see where we're at mentally, where things are going well, what's going on in our lives that is keeping us in a good place, and if things aren't going so well, then what's going on in our life. And let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. You go first, Mike.
Have our guests go first.
Smart.
Rodrigo?
Oh shit! I definitely don't want to go last. I'll say that.
Okay. And would you like to go first?
Sure. Yeah. Mental health check. I'm doing okay. There was a time in my life recently where I feel like I was neglecting a lot of my mental health duties. You know, just doing basic like self-care shit, and that led to some pretty dumb shit, like some dark places type shit, and just like a lot of shit that like in my life like I need to fix and like focus on and shit like that. But I don't know, we're doing a lot better, like being more mindful of like what I need to do for myself, and like I don't know if I talked about it last time, but like I've been taking like this antidepressant since I was 19 pretty much, all the way up until like 7 or 8 months ago, and then I just quit cold turkey. And then, like, that was pretty stupid. I probably should have talked to a doctor before I just up and did that. I recently started back up on those. And then I'm also doing therapy again, too.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just kind of just, like, taking care of myself and doing the shit that, like, isn't fun and the shit that no one acknowledges or wants to admit that they have to do. Like, maybe I do need to fucking take this pill every day to fucking make the best of what I got. Or maybe I do need to talk to this lady for an hour every week just to sort out my own brain.
Yeah.
Kind of just accepting that, you know, and, you know, plucking along, trekking forward. Like I said, just making the best of what you got. I know a lot of people around me, like, really care about me and really love me, and, like, sometimes it doesn't feel like it, and that's more of, like, a me thing, you know? It's not because no one's showing it enough or anything like that. But that's just like shit you got to work on yourself, I feel like, and it's hard. It's really fucking hard. It's so easy to just like neglect that shit. And the second you do, like, if you replace your self-care with some other shit, then you're gonna have a bad time. Shit's gonna go south pretty quick, especially when you already need like a lot of mental upkeep, shit like that. Yeah, it's just really important, super fucking important, and I'm glad that there's like not as much of a stigma around like going to therapy or just like taking care of yourself first. Sometimes it's cool, like if you have a friend that's like dumping on you or something like that, it's okay to just be like, I honestly don't know how to take this information right now. Like, I don't know if I can help you, if I can't even help myself, but like, I'm here for you. Know that I love you, but I gotta take a step back and take care of myself. I'm sorry. And that's hard for someone who wants to be there for everyone, shit like that, because you got to be there for yourself first. Yeah. And yeah, it's just like learning, like same thing with getting good at anything else. It's just repetition and just forming good habits and shit like that. But yeah, we're doing pretty good right now. Chilling, putting in the work.
Yeah.
The suffering is what inspired the promo.
For sure. There's a lot of dark shit on promo. Not like, I mean, when you say dark shit in music, it goes like really dark some places. But like for me, writing that, like, it was in a pretty dark place for every single one of those songs, actually.
Did it feel like almost therapeutic when like getting it out? For
sure, yeah, 1000%. And it's also like a little time capsule because it's like I remember exactly what I was feeling when I wrote that.
Dude, yeah.
Still.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, doing better for sure. It's like life is full of highs and lows and shit. Some of it's out of your control. Some of it you have full control over. So it's like try to take accountability for what you can control.
Yeah. We've come a long way since the last time you were here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for sure. Still legally married. Still like going through a divorce technically, but you know that's okay. That situation's not as big of a burden as it was. It's more sorted out than it was. Doing good. I'm in like a pretty healthy relationship. Brianna, she asked a question earlier. She's like, at every show, like a lot of times people like ask to take a picture with me, like, oh, you get in here too, and like they'll invite her too, just because she's always with me, and it's like, I don't know, it's cool.
Yeah, she's super supportive.
Support is real. Love it. Don't know where I'd be without her.
Awesome.
Shout out Auditory Anguish also, because her brother is the guitarist of that band.
Oh,
so it's
sick.
like,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Is that how you guys
connection
met through?
not really actually. She was, yeah. So no, not really. We were like, when I met her, we were just talking on Instagram, and I don't know how Auditory Anguish got brought up, but she was like, "Oh, that's my brother's band." I was like, "What the fuck? That's crazy."
there. So is there
Weird.
now like a beef between?
No.
You dated my fucking sister.
No. What was I gonna say? When we were talking on Instagram, I was talking to Diego from Auditory Anguish, and he was like, "Yo, we should kick it sometime. Like, we should all go to a brewery, get lunch or whatever." Just because he's like, that guy is really nice, and he fucked with us heavy, and he was just like, "I just want to hang out and talk," and I fucking love Auditory Anguish, so I was like, "Hell yeah!" And then talking to Brianna. Me and Diego were, for like 2 weeks, have been trying to like get our bands together, or like maybe even longer, like a month. We're like trying to get people from each band to like hang out, but we couldn't get it working out. And then Brianna was like, "Oh, let me see if these guys are down to hang out soon," because she knows those guys too. And then she pretty much orchestrated it in like an hour. We're like, "Yeah, next Saturday we're all gonna hang out at Old Stump and Pomona, and yeah, it's gonna be a good time."
Sick.
So it was cool. Like, she pulled all that together, and I was like, "Damn, this is easy. This is why I need a woman in my life," because it happened like that, pretty much.
I envy the people that can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard when you're indecisive and also don't know your schedule more than like 2 days out.
Yeah, my wife has to. She's like, she'll remind me constantly of like, "Hey, what's going on here?" She's like, "You have this going on." I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, you need that.
Should I just add her to the Walking Blind calendar?
I mean, at some point.
Let's get your therapist in here while we're at it.
Yeah.
Too.
We'll do all this before we ever add Jesse.
Part of me was like, "Does he know we have an episode today?"
We talked about it last week, and then he hit me up this morning about his car, and I was like, "Sick. You know we have an episode at 6:30 tonight, right?" He's like, "I didn't, but I'll be there." I was like, "All right, cool."
Hell yeah, that's me. I fucking love that. That's how I operate.
I'll add you to the calendar, Jesse.
Where you at, man?
I'm doing solid, man. I'm doing good in general. I'm super stoked to be doing the things we do. I like was in school this time last year, and I hated it. It made me super depressed. Like, literally, fucking, I just recently lost like 20 pounds because
That's awesome.
just straight up fucking, not even like unhealthy, just like constant commute, constant class, like never have time for myself, and fuck college. That shit sucks, dude. Like,
What were you going to school for?
dude, I went for creative photography, experimental media. 'Cause,
Interesting.
like, I'm a nerd and I like fine art and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I know some people think that's like corny, but like, you know, and to other people, hardcore is also corny. So like, you know, like I like all these things and I just trust that they're cool to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess I trusted it enough to go to school for it. But it kind of worked out because now I got a cool job and I'm like running a little art program here in Riverside.
Cool.
For like TK kids, but I kind of fucking love it. Like, I like working with the kiddos. Like, they give me life. Like, literally come home feeling stoked and wanting to make more stuff.
yeah.
So honestly, like, I'm barely like settling into like a nice post-school routine, and I'm stoked. And I'm even more stoked that playing shit like 1720 is part of that routine. Like, yeah, like, just happy.
Yeah.
So cool.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
College is good, and go to that.
Mosh for you.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah. Fuck college.
I get it. It's like important in some ways, but just there's like so much logistics and bureaucracy with it that it feels like they're not here for students.
Yes,
obviously.
yeah.
Like, you know, but
I also think it's not for everybody.
that's
No.
it.
It's not.
Yeah, it depends on what you want to do with it. and
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, I actually liked when I went back to school because I was like more. It was like focused on like
Right.
what I wanted my degree in and stuff. So I enjoyed that.
Cool.
But it also, and I felt like my my professors did a really good job of kind of being like test taking. It's just like that's the to get your basically teach you how to not get sued later in life. Like, this stuff is like why you need to remember this stuff. But as far as like the other stuff,
Yeah.
like you just are it. Like, you have it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
And that makes a lot of sense, and I completely agree with that sentiment, to be honest.
Yeah. School's tough. I do terrible in like a classroom setting.
It's bullshit.
Same,
Yeah.
man.
15 minutes in, I'm like, all right, get me the fuck out of here. I feel like I'm at the DMV right now.
15 minutes, you're like, cut and let me hit my vape.
Yeah.
Dude. Michael, where you at?
I'm good. Just been kind of, like I said last week, like tightening up the belt and buckling down on things and just trying to get all of the stresses in my life kind of cleared out. Which this is kind of sad to say, but one of those things may be Harley,
Yeah.
my boxer.
Yeah.
She's a cute dog. She loves, like, she's a sweetheart. But she also has been developing like pretty bad tendencies, which it's almost entirely like our fault, right? Because our schedules are just so crazy in this household that like we don't have time. We should have thought about it. We don't have time to like spend on a dog that has that much energy and is that like that needs that much attention. So she's just like, you can tell that she like. Dude, I spent all this time fixing the sprinklers in the back so I can get my lawn like growing again, and then when I left for to shoot Easy Out content yesterday morning, I walk out in the back, and she had dug up all the sprinklers and chewed all of them up, and then the sprinklers turned on, so it just flooded the whole yard for like 20 minutes last night. So there's just like dirt and mud all over the patio, and I was like, oh, fuck. And it's like, you know, like it's shit I can't. She's just being a puppy. Like she's not even a year old yet. So she's just figuring shit out. So like it's like hard to be mad, but at the same time, she's just developing tendencies that like she likes jumping up in people's faces and she like nips right in their face, which is not cool for most people. And she's like getting like really food dominant and aggressive with food and stuff like that. So it's like I'm at this point where it's like I can't really afford to send her to training, which is what she needs.
Yeah.
But also, like, I don't have the time to spend with her.
Yeah.
So I think I need to find a better situation for her. Not like the pound or anything like that. But, like, if I can find somebody that, you know, has a more active lifestyle than me. In a sense that, like, I mean, my lifestyle's active, but I can't take a dog to shows with me everywhere.
Right,
like,
right.
You know. So, yeah. That's been, like, the one thing that I've been, like, juggling and trying to kind of stressing out about. Like, I don't really know what to do. Like, part of me feels like I'm going to be giving up on her, but another part of me is like, I'm doing this for her benefit.
Yep.
So I don't know. Like, but other than that, everything else has just been kind of like going with the flow, like just kind of trying to take care of things one step at a time, just to kind of get back in like smooth sailing territory. But,
That's tough. One of the hardest things I've ever had to do is get rid of a dog that I loved because I couldn't take care of it.
Yeah.
So hard. Similar situation. I was working like 12-hour shifts minimum, and it was like a puppy, like a German Shepherd under a year, and we also don't have a backyard. You know, I live in a mobile home, so it's like it was hard. It was gonna be hard to do it in the first place, but it just unfortunately we had to rehome her and went through a German Shepherd rescue of Orange County, which is fucking awesome. They're great people. We got super fortunate. We were able to get her in there at all. I was just like hounding them with emails. But yeah, it was a really stressful time in my life too. So I totally empathize. That's like one of the hardest things I've ever had to do.
Yeah, it's rough. And like it sucks too, because like I had my ride or die dog, you know, that passed. And then Harley was kind of like, my other dog's alone, needs a homie, you know, whatever. But we didn't. It was more like an emotional rush decision than like a real well thought out, fleshed out decision, you know. And now with playing in 2 bands, the podcast, you know, other life shit, and then my girl works nights, like her schedule's
job.
I've got a full-time job. Like it's just become a point. It's gotten to a point where it's like, okay, it's too much. And even if I'm like was to get up at 4 a.m. and like, you know, still work with her at 4 a.m. and shit like that, it's not enough for what she would need, you know. So it sucks, but
Tough for sure.
I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, stick with it, you know, like through the adoption process. Like, I really didn't want to take my dog to like a pound, you know. It's like a nightmare situation because it's a German Shepherd, hard to place in the first place, and she's really high energy too. So I was just like, she got accepted with a German Shepherd Rescue of Orange County, and then I was emailing them like constantly, like, how is she? You know, does she have any prospects of being adopted and all that? So it's like really emotional too. It's like your kids, and you get attached to them.
Yeah.
It's like there's places out there that you can work with, and that'll help you find places. But
And she's
it sucks.
cute ass dog too. Like I don't think she's gonna have a hard time finding somebody that would want her. But also it's like I don't know. It's not easy to just be like, okay, here, take this dog.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, I think you should give yourself some credit because some people literally would not give a fuck. Like, you know, so the fact that you're grappling with that shows that you care alone.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
Definitely. And, you know, everyone makes mistakes, and, like, even just owning up to it and just be like, I just can't do it. Like, I don't have the time. Like, I didn't think it through enough. Like, fucking kudos for that in the first place, because some people just be like, oh, that's just how my dog is. And just keep me in a cage all day. And it's like, that's sad.
Yeah. And that's another thing, too. Like, she's got hops. She's, like, jumping, like, up on top of, like, almost on top of the fences out here.
That's crazy.
And my concern now is that, like, if she gets out, it's, like, open season. She's gone. Yeah. But then also, like, if she jumps at somebody and, like I know she's not being overly aggressive, but people won't understand that.
Yeah.
You know, like, and then,
Same thing happened with the dog that I had to rehome. Like I said, I live in a mobile home, and my mom was walking her, and my mom's a little bit older. Like I said, I work like 12-hour shifts. I'll be gone for like 14 hours at a time, and you need to take your dog out in that time. Yeah. So my mom would have to take her out, and my mom, like, she's so high energy, she would just like take off, and my mom would like fall sometimes, and I was like, all right, we gotta, something has to happen. And then she ran up on another person, super playful, but like the other person was an old lady, and it didn't go well. Called the police. There's a whole thing. So we're like, all right. Have to do something right now.
And that's what I'm concerned with too. Dude, even when Jason from To Die For was here, like she was just jumping up, like she was playing with him, but her tooth got him in the chin.
Shit, yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, you're bleeding. Are you okay? He's like, that's okay.
Thankfully, he's like
he's
big dog, big dog guy. So,
but yeah,
dogs are scary. I don't blame people for being scared of them. You know?
Yeah,
people have bad experiences when they're young, and it sticks with you.
And my homie from Smother, who plays bass in there, he's like half of his ears like missing, and he straight up the horror story toddler pit bull just
shit.
Like,
no,
yeah. And for a while he come to my house and be like, fuck your dogs.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't blame people.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I love dogs though.
I have a little Shih Tzu. He doesn't scare anybody.
Might scare me.
It's also not your dog anymore. It's definitely your mom's
Dude,
dog.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I kind of feel like I got him back some.
That's just because your mom was out of town.
I know. Actually, yeah. When he saw her, he was like crying when he saw it. I have a Shih Tzu, but I feel like I was going to school, and then my mom was retired, so she was like around more, so it became like more of her dog. But my family, they left. They all went on a cruise. Like a good time. And so I got
Where'd they go?
Hawaii.
Oh yeah. Was it the whole family?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old time.
Good old time.
Without you.
They had such a great time.
Did they do like luau's and stuff and like eat really good food? Sick.
Yeah.
Sounds great, man.
Yeah. So we got to so then we got to take my dog. And it's funny because he goes from like my parents have like a pretty nice house to like our 1-bedroom apartment. But it like forced him to be around me.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so I don't know.
He's just terrified. He's like, "What is this place?"
Yeah.
I think, dude. Honestly, I think he was hot because he was here like last week during like the heat wave, and where we are, like we're not far from the beach. We live in Mar Vista, Santa Monica area, and so we don't have air conditioning because we don't need it. Like if we have our windows open, it's cool.
Yeah.
But man, last 2 weeks was rough. It was like. Yeah, it was hot, and I think my dog was kind of like, dude, what the fuck are we doing here? What is this? He was like ready to go home. No, but that was nice. Like we reconnected.
Sick.
Let's see, where am I at for this week? So I kind of shout out to our buddy Chris last week. He had some questions, and they're pretty like personal and very directed of like, you know, he's going through a rough patch and just kind of how to stay positive and stuff. And also Jesse too. Jesse had a week last week, and so kind of saying that for going into this this week for me was kind of helpful because it reminded me like don't stress about the shit you can't control. And then I kind of just made, on my end, I was like, I'm going to have a plan, and I'm going to just try to stick to this, and then just kind of be okay. Because, like, right now I'm in between jobs, so it's rough.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it's really easy to get in your own head and, like, get super bummed out. But I was like, I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna just have a plan of what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that, and try to just be okay with what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did that. And actually, I probably shouldn't announce it yet because I did this last time. But
Yeah.
I got.
Don't just.
Yeah.
Something's cool.
So I'll be dancing again. But
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So anyway, it was a better week last week. I felt like it was a better week. I think it seems such a like small thing, but for me, like one of the things that gets me like in a good place is like singing, and so
it's a huge thing.
yeah,
It's your outlet. It's
Yeah.
like art. It's your creative outlet. It's like so many forms of like therapy. It's like you can decompress from your day, do it.
Yeah.
You can like practice your craft. It's awesome.
and I feel like with musicians and stuff, it's like it's almost like the good and the bad. Why we find there's a lot of it's in everywhere, but like why you find mental health issues with musicians because I feel like we hide it better because we do have those moments of like that release and we have those moments of like being able to have that joy of doing something,
Mm-hmm.
being around people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's like at the happiest that you often
Yeah.
Which can also lead to like the depression side of it because it's like that peak and then it's like
Yeah.
going back to real life.
True.
Yeah. Coping with just like everyday life. I noticed that when I used to go to like Christian camp when I was a little kid, and it was just like the best time of my life for a week. You're like with all your friends, you're like super close to God and all that stuff, and then you come home and it's just like everything sucks. It's just, what's going on? It's like I'm 11. Why am I feeling like this? It's like a whole like there's like it has a name too, but like yeah, it's real for sure.
Dude, I remember in 2005, I went on a mission trip with a church to Peru. And spent like a week and a half there or something like that. Like building a church or whatever. And we get home and my uncle was like, yo, I bought like a rack of like beef ribs from Joey's Barbecue in Chino. It's the fucking shit. It's so good. So I remember like getting home and just being like, everything's so quiet. Everything's like, like I was kind of bummed out because it was that like post-trip depression, right?
Yeah.
And I just smashed like 3 ribs. And then I went and I laid down under the window and just slept for like 6 hours. And I was like, why don't I want to do anything?
Yeah.
I just lay there.
Be like that.
That's super real.
It's part of why moving is hard too. It's like one of the most stressful things you can do. Like changing your environment when you're so used to something, even for like a week or two. Sucks. It's like jarring.
Touring was hard. It was like hard because it's like one of those things where it's such a weird feeling to come back from something because you're when you're gone for so long you miss things and you want to be home but then like when you get home you realize like how much fun you were having when you were gone.
Yeah.
And it's like this really weird place to be when you weren't.
It's like prison, dude. You had a prison and you're like, I was having so much fun in there. Now what do I do out here?
Duality of man.
Yeah. For real.
It's crazy.
For real. Grass is always greener type shit.
That like I'm sure you've seen it. It's like a meme. It's like my buddy gets to work out twice a day.
Yeah. He gets 3 full meals.
Gets 3 full meals. He has time to read. But the only problem is, what is it?
He's in prison.
He's in prison.
Yeah, I still would rather be out here. For sure. I could also do all that.
Oh man, but
Reading
dating would be
sucks,
so much
dude.
easier.
Dude, sorry, this is a weird, we can cut this because it might just be like a weird nothing burger, but my dream last night was that I had a friend from work and she texted me and it was a screenshot and it was something that she'd gotten from like, I think cause she worked at the police station or something. And she's like, hey, I want to send you this just so that you can get ahead of it and just like, good luck. I was like, what? So I'm looking at it.
Trippy dream.
And it's like, it's this article that's about to go like on the news and like hit everything, talking about how there's like footage and there's all this stuff tying me to this murder. And then they had me on film killing somebody.
You did that shit.
And I was like, what? It's like, but in my dream, I'm like, wait, was that like they saw that? Like did I, like I did it? Like I did it? Maybe? I don't know. And so like
Foiled again.
I'm like, what? And then it says something like, yeah, because the people paid him. It was like $2 million, something crazy. And I was like, well, definitely not me because I don't have $2 million. And then I remember in my dream, like opening my app and seeing my phone that I had $2 million.
Oh, fuck.
So I was like, what? I was like, but now they could come out. I don't know. It was anyway. I don't know why I shared that. But that was my dream last night.
So what did you do?
I don't know. I was trying to find clues, like so I knew the people that.
I knew there was more to this story.
So it was like I knew. So stupid. So in my dream, I had been kind of partnered with these people that made a specific syrup. Like a syrup flavor, like
What?
Like pancake syrup?
No,
Like lean?
like drinks. You put in drinks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like a
Coffee
flavor.
shop. Yeah.
Okay.
And so,
Like the
vanilla bean.
vanilla pump or yeah.
yeah, and it was like I didn't own anything, but I just worked for that company, and I knew they had trouble and beef with like another.
Mafia
Another-
stick, bro.
Yeah,
Crazy.
and so then I was just like, what are these guys fucking pinning it on me? Did they kill him and they pinned it on me? It was, but of course, like stuff doesn't make any sense at all. It made sense in my dream, where it's like, I guess I do kind of look like this guy. But
It's just you with just a goatee.
yeah,
One that looks clearly like taped on.
just glasses. Anyway, I don't know why I shared that, but
You ever lucid dream? Like where you
Yeah.
realize you're dreaming when you're dreaming, and then you could just start doing shit.
yeah,
I wish I could do that.
dude, it's sick.
Every time I realize I'm dreaming, when I'm dreaming, I just wake right up.
Same.
I wish I could just be like, all right, now I'm gonna fly. Like, that's all I would do. I just fly everywhere.
That's usually my first when I realize it, and I usually wake up, but I'll just take off from where I'm at.
That's so sick.
Yeah,
King.
and I got to see like my house.
When you
on
take
Google
off,
Maps.
like, what do you look like when you do it?
Probably. I don't know.
Like, do you
thought about that,
Do you
for
crouch
sure.
and jump, or do you like?
I feel like every time I've done it, I've jumped, and I've just been like, and I just knew that I could fly.
You don't just
That's
do like
pretty
the
cool.
Christ levitation thing where
I was gonna say,
your
I
feet go like
should.
this.
That's the route I would
the
take.
Magneto.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude.
For sure. I would just do the slow ascent. It's like your hair's fucking everywhere too.
Electrostaticness, like fucking.
I
If
think
you
about
guys-
this a lot too.
If you guys could have any superpower, what would it be? And why?
So many options. I would love to fly and just be able to just withstand like Mach speeds and just like
It'll be gangster.
yeah,
too.
just like teleportation would be also really fucking
I
cool.
think teleportation would be handy.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Invisibility would be also really fucking
Probably.
cool.
I think I want to be able to shadow clone jutsu like Naruto.
Yeah,
Like, I
hell
want to
yeah.
have 10 Rodrigos and send
Yeah.
them out and take over the world. Type of
Fuck
shit.
yes. Naruto's hard. that was
Naruto's
my
sick as
shit.
fuck.
Shout out Naruto.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Dude,
Basically,
I'm gonna put you on.
it's this guy, right?
Yeah. So let's start with
Wing set.
part one.
Yeah, I like to. Mine would be teleportation, and I would just it would not help the world at all.
Yeah.
It's used mostly for food.
Yeah. You can't fuck with, the timeline too much, or else you'll get
Yeah.
got.
But look, you can teleport in and out of bank vaults if you're broke.
Yeah.
Dope.
You know.
7
didn't-
bands.
You know-
7 sets.
What's funny is I've had this thought a lot, and I haven't gone to that yet.
Really?
No, because I can't get past them. Like, I'd want to have sushi in Tokyo. I want to get.
I want to go to Gold Belly.
Yeah, I want to get Philly cheesesteaks in Philly. I want to get, you know what I mean? It's always food.
It's such a fat kid thing.
I know.
But all on your own wallet. You didn't think about getting
Yeah.
money for it.
I guess I would have probably gotten there.
Teleport in the
Eventually.
kitchen.
Yeah, eventually then I
Yeah.
would have probably gone to a life of crime, and then become a supervillain.
Yeah.
How would you launder your money if you just teleported in a bank vault, got $2 million, and just teleported out? How do you spend? Do you just spend it as cash?
You my dumbass? I'd probably walk out with $100. And then,
Yeah. I need this for the day.
yeah.
Launder it through band merch for sure.
For sure.
Dude.
1000%. That's the only. Smokes is a front. We're literally not even.
Why not use it to drop off? Fuck no. Do people have CDs still? Is that a thing?
Tapes, but yeah.
It's tapes again.
Tapes, vinyl.
So, like,
CDs are last now.
like drop them off in front of like big producers, or like drop them off in front of like a cool
Yeah.
promoter, or like how did this get here?
What is this, 1993? Like they're walking around with AR execs just walking around. You teleport in front of them with a disc.
He's like, I'm definitely not listening to this.
you teleport in the car, like you put it in the car when they're not there.
Cars don't even have CD players.
I know.
It's
I know.
wild.
This is clearly dreams I've had.
These have been in the vault.
My earlier years of life. Man.
Did you say a superpower?
Yeah, it was Shadow Clone.
Oh yeah, duh. That shit was hard.
It's not a power, but it kind of is.
Kind of
It is.
Is
Yeah.
it like being able to send out clones of yourself?
Yeah,
Is that-
literally. Yeah.
You just clone yourself, yeah.
Yeah, clone yourself.
If someone's like, if you're in a fight, you would just be like, "Dish, dish, dish," and they'd be like, which one's the real you? And then they'd sock
but what
fake
if-
Rigo,
what if,
and he'd
like-
poof into cloud and turn into a piece of wood.
Yeah.
What if like 5 of you got beat up by one dude?
I mean,
That's some
have you
shit
seen
that
that
might
video
happen.
of what's his name, Mike Valley?
Mike Lilly?
How do you pronounce his name?
Vallely?
Vallely.
Okay, yeah. Dyslexia, hardcore. But that guy, yeah, that classic
Gangster.
video of him just like socking 5 dudes out. Fucking awesome. So I've seen it happen, Who knows? Shadow clones aren't as strong as the main guy. If you watch Naruto, you know this, but
Yeah.
shadow clones are like weaker versions. So if they get socked, then they're out pretty
Can you
much.
imagine? You're like watching yourself get beat up. Come on, guys!
Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was better than this.
like the dude can like really fight, and then like you're just waiting, like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
He's mowing through my dudes.
Just more shadow clones. Just keep them coming.
Have you guys watched The Boys?
I've seen like a couple episodes. I
There's
didn't
a-
keep up on it.
There's an episode in like the most recent season where they deal with somebody that can clone themselves, but it's
yeah.
disgusting. Like he's like all naked, like
That's
pulling.
That
Cronenberg.
show is so ridiculous.
Body horror shit. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I every time like that's a show where I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Then
Fucking love that.
every
show.
every couple episodes, I'm like, I don't know if I can keep going. And I fucking love it though. It's such a good show.
That was me in Game of Thrones, just because I was so emotionally invested, and like after my favorite character died, like a gruesome death, I was just like, I legitimately don't want to watch anymore. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Yeah.
I don't think there's spoilers anymore for Game of Thrones.
No, that's
True. Yeah. Very
It's
true.
done deal for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the new show. Actually, this is the whole thing. Never mind. That's,
House of the
House of the
Dragon.
Dragon.
I heard it's good. I haven't
It's
seen
good.
it. I heard it's
It's really
good.
good.
I do want to watch it though. I need something.
It's really good. Martin is involved in like the story. It's a finished story, so they actually know
sick.
how it's supposed to end.
Oh, cool. Thank God.
For sure.
He needs to be working on that book. He should not be doing HBO shit. He
Yeah.
should for sure be finishing that fucking series.
He has some other HBO show coming out that he like collabed with somebody else on.
Cut it.
Give it
Stop.
up.
Yeah, don't do
No more
that.
side bands.
Yeah, for real.
No more side bands.
We need the
dude.
Carter 6 for real.
I just started, or I just went back and finally watched all the seasons of True Detective. Everybody was like, "This show's fucking sick," and I just never gave it a chance.
Which
Never
pretty
seen.
fucking
Never watched
good.
it either. Yeah.
who's
Oh,
the-
is that with Matthew McConaughey?
The first season has
Okay,
Matthew
yeah.
McConaughey, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Heard of it.
then it's like every season is a different.
Yeah. It's
Batch
like
people.
detective?
They are detectives, yeah. It's crazy, but you got to figure out if it's true or not.
wild.
That's the.
God his ass.
Got it.
Jordan and I are watching Yellowstone right now.
Sick.
New season's coming.
Is it?
Yeah.
When?
I think next year.
I fell off of Yellowstone.
Dude.
I never watched it either. Loki didn't catch my attention. Maybe I should give it a chance.
Yellowstone.
Sure,
Yellowstone
yeah.
is.
Sick.
So I felt the same as you. I
Okay.
was like, this doesn't interest me at all.
like.
And then I watched like the first couple episodes. The first episode's a real slow burn.
Okay.
To get
It is a slow burn, but once it gets going, you're like, that was the first fucking episode.
Yeah, by the end of it, you're like, what the fuck just happened? And then it kind of picks up from there. It's cowboy mafia shit.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I like westerns. They're cool.
It's like,
Tight.
yeah, it's kind of, it's not what you expect it to be. You just see like, oh, there's cowboys and dudes ranching and
Dude,
fighting over
dope.
land.
If you like westerns, watch 1823. Or is that what it was?
1923.
1923.
Well,
Isn't-
1883 and 1923.
It's a new one.
1883 and 1923.
Yeah.
They're just basically spin-offs of the same family line, but like,
Oh, okay, cool.
But it's like
The Crown type shit.
brutal western.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like brutal. Like, I mean, I don't know. It feels like it'd be very accurate.
Dysentery
Mhm.
Gary.
I mean, the West was crazy. I
It
played
was-
Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah,
I seen that shit.
Yeah, it was super brutal, actually. There's like that whole era of like TV where they just like glamorized the West, and then like what's it called, Blazing Saddles came by and just like
Oh,
made
dude.
fun of it. You guys are fucking nerds, just like made fun of every stereotype, and then it wasn't cool anymore or funny.
Was that one movie, 100 Ways to Die or something like that?
Oh yeah,
That movie's rough. So anything Seth MacFarlane touches is fucking rough.
Blazing Saddles. You can't. I mean,
That shit's amazing, dude.
yeah, you couldn't like release it now, but it's so
Yeah,
funny.
there's no way it would come out now.
there's no need for it now. But
I
yeah,
was gonna say that. Like, I had a film teacher who said the same thing. He's like, "I'll never make a movie like that." I'm like, "Try it." I don't know. Like, do it.
That's what they said about Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, you're the teacher, dude.
yeah.
You should be inspiring, man.
Dude, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. Like, fuck the boundaries. I mean, it's there's some raunchy comedies that still come out where I'm like, damn, that's kind of pushing the envelope. A bit,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like with comedy, it should just be open
Yeah.
playing field. Like there shouldn't be rules.
yeah.
As long as it's funny,
It's
like
like
Yeah.
crowd killing.
there you go.
Willing participants. If you just don't like the movie, don't fucking watch
Yeah.
it. That's
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
Yeah. I
It's only off limits if it's a bad joke. If it's like doesn't land and
Yeah.
it sucks. and it's
as
like,
long as it's not malicious,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that too, yeah.
I think when comedy is not malicious, and it's like, going after funny stereotypes, like, I don't know. I think that's just funny.
should be like malicious comedy is like oxymoronic, you know.
Yeah.
Comedy is definitely just like for laughs.
Yeah.
You guys know who Anthony Jeselnik is?
I know he's a comedian.
Yeah.
I feel like he does roast and stuff, right?
He does roast.
Yeah.
But he's got really pretty dark comedy.
Is he like the dude who comes out on each roast and like he's like that staple comedian?
Oh, I think that's what's his name?
He's fucking
Someone Ross.
Yeah.
Jeff
Dude,
Ross, yeah.
Ross is
That guy's
fucking
so
awesome.
good.
I love him.
Jeff Ross.
He eats that shit up.
Yeah.
Dude. Everywhere.
Yeah, he's like Lil Wayne. Like how he's like he just steps in the booth and just like
Yeah.
spits a whole album, no pen, no paper, anything. The way he just roasts anyone that's before his eyes is fucking
Amazing.
true talent. So
Those-
sick.
Those are funny. Anthony Jeselnik. He actually he kind of got famous for he was on the Donald Trump roast before he was president.
Well, I've seen that, so I probably know.
Yeah.
He's the dude
Yeah.
that's like super monotone, low
Okay.
voice,
Like
Got you.
like clean cut, but
Mhm.
just like,
Yeah.
savage.
but super dark, super dark humor.
Dope.
Yeah.
I don't think I can handle a roast. If my friends were like, "Yo, we're gonna throw a roast for you," I'm just like, "I'm not coming." Like, I know
no
I can't
way.
take it. I know you guys are just joking, but no, I'm gonna start crying.
Yeah.
We got Jeff Ross too.
Maybe
And we
Yeah.
brought, we
He's
brought
funny.
Jeff Ross. Yeah, you're gonna love it.
Who would you? I guess it's not really a conversation for the podcast because they wouldn't know who we're talking about. But like, do you guys know of your friends who would be able to roast you like the best? And who would you choose to be in your fucking roast?
Satch off of like
Off
a
that.
6-pack that he just crushed like one
Same.
after another. For sure, he'll just start so like deep cuts too. It's like I didn't tell anyone that. How'd you know? Probably that one for sure.
Definitely Satch. Like he'll start saying shit about me. I'm like, dude, I hardly know you.
Yeah. It's his love language.
I love that.
You're like
Think-
that hurt.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I think Dom, Satch's brother Dom actually first off, but other Dom,
Dominic.
pops up. Yeah, from Long Beach.
He's funny as
He's
Dude.
fucking funny. He just pops up with like little random one-liners. Like that's a good, astute observation, Dom.
he like he posted the 1720 set like a highlight,
Mhm.
and I told him I was like, dude, like thanks, it was so great seeing you. He replied, he's like, fuck you, no. Like, he's like,
Yeah.
he's funny as hell.
Yeah, I think he could probably roast me pretty good.
So there was a part of me that had a small little fear of at my wedding that we had a microphone, a live microphone, and it was there, and I was just like, because I think we at some point kind of said like if anyone wants to share, or maybe that was forgot to be mentioned, which I think was a good thing. But part of me was just like kind of sweaty. I'm like, what are these idiots gonna say, dude? If they go up, like, what are they gonna say?
I can imagine your wedding too. It's like fuck. You know, you got that one friend that's like, all right, I gotta let him have it now. Yeah.
we got lit at his wedding too, so we would have
Oh man,
we would have said some things.
you, Rick, Martin,
A bunch of heavy hitters, man.
Chris wasn't there, so that's probably good. Chris would have probably ripped me pretty good. But
You need those friends though, realistically.
For sure.
yeah,
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think that's how anyone stays humble.
For sure.
You know, and you got friends just knock you right back down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesse used to think he was special because we used to get on him.
Wait, what? This is exactly how it goes. I don't say nothing. I'm not there or anything. Then they start with me.
Jesse says he'll say some things, and you gotta, like a little brother, you gotta
Yeah.
check him.
Stop that.
Gotta check him and stuff. No, but yeah, it's like no, there's the things that we've said to each other, Jesse.
I've been in those circles of people who feel you have to respect all your friends, and that's just not fun.
Yeah, not at
Like,
all.
you're so like they're like
Not
lifting
at
everybody
all.
up. I'm like, you kind of suck. at some
Toxic
shit,
positivity.
dude. Yeah.
It's real. It's
I
real as
hate
fuck.
that so much.
Yeah.
I wanna
I've
make
lost
fun of you
friends.
so bad.
Yeah, I've lost
Yeah.
friends over ribs.
If you wanted like toxic positivity, you walk into Augie's in Redlands.
Oh my God, yeah.
you would get that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, shout out. Well, not shout out Augie's, but I used to go to like open mics there and shit.
I used to go there all the time too. I never saw you there, but
They used to
Really?
have one in
I mean-
Riverside.
yeah, Riverside. That one was gangster right there too.
Shout out Slow Bloom.
Yeah, Slow Bloom is they're making one in Riverside too.
That's
so they're
sick.
gonna have one in Redlands where Augie's once was, and then now in Riverside, which is all former employees who got like union busted out of there because like they weren't like compensating them properly for the pandemic, and so they like spoke up about it, and then
Fired everyone.
everybody.
Is that what happened to August?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Riverside location, right? Is that why it's
Dude,
I think
all
it was
their
Redlands.
locations,
All of them.
all their
It was
locations.
Redlands,
They
yeah.
literally laid off like almost 100 people, and we're like, well, they actually said we're gonna rehire a whole new team. Like they announced that. What the fuck? Like everybody like is so community driven there.
Yeah.
So I think it was cool ending for that place that like everybody said fuck you and like started their
Yeah.
own thing.
And they cited the pandemic. They're like, we had to fire everyone because of the pandemic. But like, there was receipts. It's like, no, you didn't have to do that shit. It's like textbook union busting.
Yeah.
So they started their own shit. And it's popping off now. I feel like I've never had Slow Bloom. I don't drink coffee. I just know the lore.
It's dope.
But
I'll vouch
shout
for
out.
it.
Yeah,
It's
hell
dope.
yeah.
I kind of want to fuck with it now.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Sick.
it's super good coffee if you like coffee. So yeah.
I like that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I get antsy. Get all sweaty and anxious. Even more sweaty. Even more anxious. You don't want to see me.
I need coffee, dude. I
can't.
burnt all my energy way too early. now I need it.
I feel like I need it to like make me social,
I feel that.
bring me into like be normal around people.
Yeah.
It's also like a nice ritual.
Yeah.
It's a good ritual. Like
It's like beer. For
Yeah. It's like
I know exactly what you're talking about. So it's like beer, yeah.
yeah.
it's yeah, because like the effect. I worked at a coffee shop for years. So
Yeah.
like, caffeine doesn't affect me. It's just
As-
more of just like that feeling, that
Yeah.
routine. It's just like nice to have.
Agreed.
It tastes fucking good.
The coffee does taste good. I will give it that. I love the way it tastes. I just can't. I just know I can't. Makes you pee and poop and get sweaty and anxious. It doesn't taste that good.
When you get to a certain age, you
do all those
you look for those
things.
things. You look for things that help you do those things.
I get it.
Sweat and
You
poop.
do all those things normally.
I was about to- yeah.
It's a good cup of coffee.
Shit my pants. Whatever I said on that video. I shit my pants.
Have you shit your pants as an adult? I think Dave was on another podcast, Daddy's Dungeon, and
Yeah.
one of they
yeah.
clipped, and it was just like, wait, you guys have both shit your pants as adults? And they're just like, yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Is that one of those things? Have you guys shit your pants as adults?
Dude, straight up, yeah.
Yeah.
The diversity here. You were like,
I
no.
love
You're
this.
Like, yeah,
I'm-
yeah.
I love
I'm-
this.
I think I've told my story of shitting my. Have I told my story of shitting my pants on?
Countless times.
Okay. Yeah. Like, I have one. As
Tell
an
it again,
adult-
Grandpa.
I have one as an adult that I like will never forget. I remember it. Except like we were just starting a tour, basically a little run with Rash and the Truth, and we played our CD. I'm pretty sure it was our CD release show over here at the Ship in Riverside, and then we went to like in Alberto's or whatever it is that's on the corner right there, and I ate a burrito and I knew driving home that it was a mistake.
Yeah.
And dude, I made it like all the way to my driveway and like jumped out of the car and I was trying to put my fucking keys in. I shit my pants like trying to get my fucking keys in the door. And you know that moment where you're like, oh god.
Do you slow down or do you
kinda
go even
slow
faster?
down. You kind of slow down because you're like, I already did it. And then like it was so disgusting that like I had to throw like all my my shorts, everything into the tub
Oh
to
shit!
like, clean it up because it was just all bad.
Shit.
You got. I'm guessing not a short drive. You had Alberto's. You played a dangerous game and lost.
I lost that round.
Yeah,
I lost
that's what
that
life's
round.
about. Honestly.
And what makes it even worse is my girlfriend was with me, so she was just right there while I was
No,
It's like-
God.
And she stayed with you?
It's emasculating.
Not much longer after that, but that might have been the start of the decline.
You made her look at you different since
Yeah.
then.
I feel like my time's coming.
What
It's
about
gonna
you,
happen,
Rigo?
man.
Dude, I'm happy to say I've not shit my pants as an adult, dude. I'm hoping that does not go that way anytime soon. I'm
Let's
scared
go.
now.
Hell yeah.
Like low
It's
key.
gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I'll stay away from Alberto's for sure.
I've been pretty fortunate as well. Close calls for sure. Lots of close
I like
calls. I do a lot of those risky maneuvers, like Alberto's far away.
Yeah.
Like my girlfriend lives in Pomona, and sometimes like I'll eat out there, and it's like 35 minutes back to my house. I'm just like,
I pulled a risky move yesterday. I ordered carne asada fries at this taco spot that we went to, and we still had to like go to the beach and film extra shit at the beach
Smart.
and run around. I was like, "We're here now. Let's do this." I survived.
On that note, you mentioned food and I'm hungry.
All right, well, let's plug some socials then.
oh shit. Smoke 909. That's that. Our new shit was made by Dead Stare, Townshead Mastering. Shit, what else do we have to plug?
Cool show coming up in October.
Oh hell yeah, SOS show with Internal Bleeding, and then who else? Command. They're sick. They're like a death metal band. They played Sound and Fury last year,
Sick.
and then I think a local band from Long Beach, which is cool.
Where at?
Supply and Demand.
Oh,
Yeah, just the new music, and I guess besides that, just to support the other bands in the IE. All the bands doing it.
Hell
New
yeah.
bands, Mark for Death, Badmouth. Yeah, just
Cool
go run
shit.
it up.
Hell yeah, there's two. This is also why I brought Rigo, because I'm gonna forget everyone to shout out. We made a song where I just shout people out, so I'm just gonna be like, play that song, you know, Muerte fucking buena. But yeah, just shout out the homies. Shout out D1. Shout out 5.7. You know who you are.
I guess if people like Smoke, Bayori coming soon, which is
Oh, yeah.
Angels from Muerte Buena side project, but has 2 members of Smoke, Rodney and
sick.
Caesar. So,
Mhm.
you know, support our friends too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Hell
that the
Metalcore.
metalcore one? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Open
playing
hand
Mosh for Youth.
mosh.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
It's gonna
For
be
sure.
sick. Yeah. Fucking cool.
I think it's the last time I saw you guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's cool that they have
Day
it
after
2
my
times a
wedding.
year.
That
Yeah.
was sick, yeah. Thanks
Congrats
for,
again, by the
thanks
way.
for coming through.
Mic issues that day too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
you just get your own mic?
Yeah, have you considered just getting your own?
I
mic
do
and
have my
cable?
own mic.
Yeah.
I don't have a cable now.
Get a-
Mosh for Youth. I don't know what happened. The first mic did cut out, like there was something with the cable, and then the second mic worked, but the switch wasn't flipped, and I didn't think I was in the zone. A lot of mics don't have a switch
Yeah.
for that reason, so that it doesn't get shut off. So I
Yeah.
wasn't even thinking about it. And then Vic from Bioslam, not vocalist Vic, the guitarist Vic, he was like looking at me like, "What the fuck, dude? Like you let me down." He's like, once he found out it was literally just a switch, he was just like,
'cause he's probably losing his mind.
yeah, he was just like, dude, don't let it happen again. I was like, I'll never let you down, Vic. I'm sorry.
Yeah, grab the mic and a fresh cable and tape it up and just bring that everywhere with you.
True.
That way you can because if you get to a venue and there's like a lot of room, you can piggyback it and you have room.
Okay, yeah, I'm learning. Like the old metalcore vocalist where they have like hella tape around
Yeah.
it, so they can like swing it around.
Hell yeah.
The August Burns Red,
We need
classic.
Dude,
Yeah,
just do the fucking.
the lasso, yeah. That shit's crazy.
Taking
That's a
Back
weapon.
Sunday.
Dude, they
No,
were
mics are not meant for swinging. Remember that? Brand new, the beef.
he would
Dang.
and he would do the whole thing like get around his neck and
Around
shit.
his neck and then flip it back.
Tears from my eyes,
Yeah.
dude.
I would do that shit around my neck and it just smoke me in the
Fuck
Oh.
that.
For real.
Yeah.
That's why I don't try any maneuvers on stage. I can barely not get tangled up in the fucking mic cable,
Yeah.
and I do still sometimes. You can see it. You zoom in.
It's all around your leg.
wireless mics, guys. Wireless mics.
How would you rock a mic? If somebody was like, "I'm gonna give you a free wireless mic," would you use it?
Yeah, I'd be down.
That shit will never come back. You look
Probably,
at
yeah,
the
straight
crowd,
up, yeah.
It's gone.
No, but I mean like this is like you use it. It's yours now.
I would, hell yeah, I would use the shit out of that. I mean, I do like mic grabs and shit, so it might be a little dangerous there. But we played a show recently in Rancho with Shred Bundy, and their vocalist used a wireless mic. Like, he brought it himself, had like a little case, I think. It's fucking cool. He just came up, he was like, yeah, can I use this? We're just like, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, let me ask. But it was cool. It worked out perfect. And I don't know why he uses it, or if it's just like his lucky mic or just like the mic he prefers, but genius, because I'm always tripping over it. Sometimes I'll see pictures of me and I have like everything coiled up around my hand. I'm like, why do I have all that there? And like I have it in my other hand too. I'm just like,
You look like a fucking like BioShock Infinite character. Shit.
yeah.
You still wouldn't, huh?
I don't know, man. I don't think so. Part of me just feels like I feel like I drop it because like, well, actually, I guess the problem I have would disappear because when I pass the mic behind my back.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah.
Just so I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart.
I don't know if I could do that. I wouldn't have to do that, I guess,
You
if I didn't have
drop
cable.
it.
Yeah.
It does look kind of corny though. I get
It looks corny. It
Yeah.
doesn't look very like tough at
Cables
all.
are culture.
Yeah,
Straight
for
up.
sure. Yeah,
Straight
yeah.
up, yeah.
There's something cool about like wrapping and holding like the
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's dope,
Yeah.
dude.
It's like a headless stock. Like you could be an
Yeah.
amazing guitar player, but if you have your guitar has no
when you-
head, I'm just like, don't
when
talk
you
to
say
me.
it
Don't give me your
like that,
opinion on
it makes
anything.
it look way less cool.
Yeah.
Side note on that. Satch loves Van Halen. And he was talking, he was like, I fucking hate dudes who rock a headless guitar. And I'm like, you know that was Van Halen that did that. He's like, no fucking way. Dude. That's not Van Halen. He like searched it up. He's like,
Damn.
okay. He's
Caught.
like, yeah.
He's like, so I just ordered a headless.
Yeah, for real, dude.
Oh, that's different now,
Switch up real quick.
Different guy now.
dude.
Yeah. That'll never not be hideous to me.
It's gross. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it.
That plus no like guitar cable, like a wireless rig with no head. It's like, bro, just go home. Just quit playing your instrument. Why are your instrument is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It's like,
What is it, Guitar Hero?
no, fuck 'em. Fuck every prog band. I'm just kidding. Cool.
That's the clip we were waiting for. At Walking Blind Pod everywhere. WalkingBlindPod@gmail.com.
Slam only.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
playlist.
Oh shit!
Playlist time.
Did you think of a song to put on their playlist?
Oh, I got
Last
it.
time I put some baby making music.
I got one in my head. Does it have to be hardcore?
No,
No,
anything.
anything you want.
Anything you want.
Nah, I'm still gonna use hardcore. Y'all gotta listen to "Gag" by Badmouth. I love Backtrack, and I could tell that they're pulling so much from that NYHC sound. And
Sick.
yeah, "Gag" Badmouth.
That's crazy. I was gonna go the silly route again. Just put like
That's cool.
something else for sure. Now I feel pressured to put like a sick local band. But no, we're gonna do "Torture Me" by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I like that song a lot, and there's been a lot of Red Hot Chili Pepper slander around me lately, and I just want to.
Yeah, this,
Mike's probably one of
especially
them.
since hardcore.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, especially since Hardlore. I fucking love Red Hot Chili Peppers. Well,
Yeah.
I like Red Hot Chili Peppers a lot, and I respect them. Anthony Kiedis is weird. He's my least favorite member, but the musicianship and the instrumentals are fucking
They're
crazy.
great musicians.
Yeah,
Yeah, awesome.
That's what I always give it to them. Like music's good,
Yeah.
super talented. But I mean, there's just times when like, I'm like, dude, you ran out of lyrics.
For sure.
Like,
Bing a
you
dang a
fucking-
dang
yeah,
a dang a dang a
like,
dang.
you're not being, they're like, oh, it's so artsy. Who would think to do that there? Someone who ran out of lyrics.
Yeah,
Someone
for
who
sure.
ran, who.
Blood Sugar Sex Magic though,
Yeah,
10 out of
that's
10
fire.
album for sure. Mother's Milk is also a crazy great album. John Frusciante was only 19 when they recorded
That's
that,
nutty.
too.
That's crazy.
He's amazing at guitar too.
Yeah, I
There's
love that guy.
Whatever they've done without him just fucking sucks, dude.
Well, I mean, not Blood Sugar. The one with Airplane, One Hot Minute with Dave Navarro. It's a cool album. I like that one.
Yeah, you definitely like the deep cuts. Then. It's not for me. That's sick, dude. That's sick.
Cool.
There's I think it's on I think it's SNL, but they were playing on one of the late night shows, and the guitar player, for his name,
Mm-hmm.
he was upset with Anthony. So then,
Oh yeah, yeah,
he was playing the right chords, but he was doing like super like jazzy chords.
yeah.
And like was throwing off Anthony. on
I
purpose.
know exactly what you're talking about.
I
One of my
definitely did.
favorite fucking videos. Yeah, he was like so fed up with touring at that point. He was like, "I'm either gonna quit or get kicked out." And it was like literally live on SNL. And when it came to time to sing fucking "Under the Bridge Downtown," he just goes, "Oh!" Like it's like super loud. Just like fucking love it. That's fucking punk. That's sick.
Yeah,
This Rocky Row.
love it.
Fucking bro.
It's rock and roll, isn't it?
Dude, I have a song.
What's up? What's yours?
Zion by Poor Habit.
Hard.
Okay. I never heard it, but I'll be listening after this.
It's sick.
Dope.
How would you describe it?
It's like it comes up a little like almost like ska a little bit,
Oh, cool.
or almost reggae because it's
Cool.
like really slow, and then it just takes off.
Dope.
That's
There,
cool.
I don't know who was in the band anymore. At one point, I think my friend's actually in the band now, which is crazy, but they were like all black dudes in a punk band,
Sick.
and it was like,
Wait, is this on Spotify?
yeah, I got it.
Come on, man. Too deep of a cut.
It's cool.
Why am I not finding it?
Not to judge it by the title, but it didn't sound like that.
Like an all-black punk
yeah,
band, yeah.
For sure. Dope.
Oh.
That's a hard cover too.
Yeah.
Dope. I imagined like it was gonna be some R&B cut or something like that. I was like, okay, Zion, spiritualistic or something.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
It's sick. It's I love this band.
I love ska. I love reggae. I think that shit's low key amazing.
Jesse?
Don't do it.
Crossfade.
Crossfade cold.
Let's go.
This man fucking sucks.
I love that.
Hey, it's like a baby getting wrapped in the American flag.
It's so sick. Fucking sick.
Oh, man.
Headstrong after that.
Headstrong is the best song ever written.
What's the what smoke song? Did you already add one?
Oh, yeah. What smoke song do we want to add?
It's definitely something off the new shit. Let's do Enemy. I think so, yeah. The one with the Pawn
Yes.
Stone feature. Yeah.
Do we have Enemy
I
on
like
the playlist already? I think we have Refuse on the playlist.
Mm.
Enemy up next.
Big things coming. I was surprised. I thought for sure that was going to be the most popular song of the 3 that we released, and it's the least popular.
Really?
Like statistically, like based off of plays.
Yeah, I thought Refuse would be the least popular, and it's the most popular.
Yeah, by a lot too.
Just because of like the listenability or something.
Yeah.
The other ones are so nice and
Yeah.
sandwiched. Refuse is like a real like death metal-y cut, and it's cool that
Kinda.
people like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like our new shit. I'm stoked that we were able to switch things up still.
Okay.
We're going to go even further now. No distortion.
Yeah.
Sorry, you should put a post like, I've been testing out my singing voice.
Yeah, I'm down.
People fucking
People would be so mad.
Dude.
I can't sing, so that'll never happen, but I mean,
That doesn't stop. That doesn't stop people usually.
I like the Sleeping Giant, like Eric Gregson, like
Yeah, that's
it's not like a yell, it's not like a sing, it's like right in between. It's just like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking, I love that shit. I can't even do that though. It's scream or nothing.
okay. Well,
Shit,
awesome.
so we got food, man.
Let's do it. Let's
let's
go.
roll out.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Thank you guys for hanging out with us again.
Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Again.
Thank you guys.
Love you guys.
Always.
Peace.
Peace.
Fuck yeah.
Back again!